What do you mean you're on a bus for another 26 hours? Do you at least get stops or something? Also, I realized I said manually, not automatically. I am such a expert speller. And my cursor is missing. That's lovely. My cursor is no longer missing. Okay. Alright. Problem solved. Welcome, guys. Let's see. Anyone else? I drove 26 hours from Omaha to Daytona Beach and I'm coming back on the bus. How was your trip then, I suppose? Oh my god, my cords are all tangled up. Let me untangle my cords real quick. Okay, we're back. We are so back. We get stops about every 4 hours. Good trip. Maybe just take a plane. I have a fear of flying. I'm not gonna lie. That's hence why I've never flown in a plane in my life. Well, I really haven't needed to fly in a plane before, so. So, you know. God, my headphones are broken or something dumb like that. I don't know how. I kind of wish the, Georgia. What provider do you have? Yours will experience buffering. It should be fine. It ain't perfect, but it's honest work. Alright. Straight talk, okay. Kate just told me to listen to Utopia even though I'm actively alive. I prefer to not get, sunk. Alright, so There is a Skinwalker scenario at the top. Oh, it's a Kind Master logo. Okay. Looking for... This is a very weird effect. Alright, well, let's see what this is about. I'm getting an encoding overload. Oh, not anymore. Oh, let me turn this down. Apologies about it being loud at first.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Lawrence County Police Department. As of 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 32 people have disappeared. It is unknown what happened to these individuals. At this time, please remain vigilant as the Lawrence County Police Department is doing everything they can to locate and find these people. We will now return to normal programming.
A Skinwalker time. I can't. I'm playing with the what? No, K sick. K become unsick.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Lawrence County Police Department. As of 12 a.m. Central Standard Time, 14 of the 32 people have been found dead, with their bodies extremely mangled and seemingly torn to shreds. We do not know who
Is that a
or what is
Gerald
doing
reference?
this, and search efforts are still underway for the rest of the missing people. At this time, please lock all doors and windows, as we do not want whoever or whatever this person or thing is to break into your home. We will now return to normal programming.
Been sleeping all day with a killer headache and leaky sinuses. Ooh. Dude, colds suck, let me tell you. I don't know if it's a cold or what. What K? Just said Wheeler. What?
The following message is transmitted at the
What
request
did I
of the
do? Did I
Lawrence
miss
County
something?
Police Department. All of the 32 bodies have been found, extremely mangled. It is now known that this creature is known as a skinwalker. At this time, please lock
Oh
all doors and
shit.
windows, and barricade them if you can. Lay salt at all entrances to your home, turn off all lights, and bring a crucifix and Bible. If this creature comes into your home, preach loudly and spray
Oh.
salt at this skinwalker. This
I
creature
like
can
Layla.
shape-shift and mimic any voice of the people it kills. If you hear a familiar voice, it is best not to go to it. If you hear knocking on your door, do not open it. If you hear cries of help outside, do not open your door, or even look outside. A description of this creature in its regular form is 10 feet tall, extremely long limbs, glowing red eyes, a deer
What
skull for
is
a
this
head, and
effect?
extremely long deer-like limbs. Do not make any noise, as it has superhuman hearing and other superhuman abilities. Programming is now suspended indefinitely.
Skinwalker got some beef with Lawrence County. Is this the blackout drunk effect? The iceberg effect? I have no clue. Salt? Why salt? Okay, that wasn't bad. Well, watch this.
We interrupt our scheduled programming due to unforeseen circumstances.
Unforeseen circumstances. That's really unforeseen and unfortunate, isn't it?
Please stand by for further
You could even walk
information.
and you still want the Taco Bell, of course. I mean, to be fair, he did need that Taco Bell. That Taco Baco. Yes, bro, that's the thing. You can never go wrong with Taco Bell.
A few moments
Oh,
ago, an armed suspect broke into the BBC headquarters. The suspect proceeded to shoot anybody in its path. They are currently at the entrance and police have not come yet. The suspect carries a firearm and also wears a black mask. It is unknown how they have obtained the firearm. That is all the
I'm
information we
working
have right
on
now.
dying.
Please stand by for more updates.
Wake up? What do you mean, wake up? I am awake.
Please stand by for further information.
Oops. I'm throwing stuff. You sound awfully chill today. Are you off a perk, perhaps? No.
The suspect has now entered the building and they have shown no sign of stopping. Multiple people have been wounded.
I'm just chilling. Just chilling.
The intentions of the shooter are not clear, but we are doing our best to evacuate everybody inside the building.
I have a ping somewhere.
Please stand by for further information.
This is an scenario we got clickbaited. We did not get clickbaited. Hello, K4. We're watching more videos, EAS scenarios released. I guess today. Oh. They confirmed 3 deaths already.
We
Wow.
are sad to announce that there have been 3 confirmed deaths due to the shooter. The victims were rushed to the hospital and passed
24
away a few
layers
seconds
for
ago.
a
We all mourn for the
screen.
loss of these people.
That is actually kind of crazy.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the families and friends that have been affected
He's
by
really
this. We will continue to
dedicated to
keep you
this
all
one
updated.
screen. He's making a movie.
Please stand by for further information.
Man has radar chaser footage, warnings, photographs sounding all on it. Where's the Subway Surfers gameplay? Or the satisfying soap videos, or the Reddit Am I the Assholes? You gotta have those. The goal is movie type cinematography.
Unfortunately, the shooting has not stopped. The police have just shown up to the scene to take action on this matter.
He scrapped the weather scenario, at least for now. Breaking news.
Almost everybody has been evacuated from the building or have sadly not been able to get out.
EAS scenarios for TikTok users. Could you imagine like uploading an EAS mock on TikTok? Like I feel like once okay, so I
As
would
the
do that
police
with
enter the building, we expect this to be dealt with as soon as possible. Please wait for more information as this story develops.
what I would totally do is literally upload one of my mocks to TikTok, but put all those videos overlaid and see what happens. Marketing strategy. So just like the National Weather Service in Mount Holly has issued a tornado warning for, but you're overhearing the Subway Surfers music, soap, and literal am I the asshole for doing this? Your mock would need to be 6 seconds. Well, 1 second for each tone. The 3 attention tones and the 3 end of message tones. So, is this the end? Oh, this is almost the end. Okay. Why are we being informed
The
with
police
info
have been
from
gunned down,
BBC?
and the shooter has continued their brutal rampage and is going through the BBC headquarters.
Damn, this shooter is brutal. Oh, that's an ending. The humanoid creature. That's probably the same dude. Okay. This is an hour and 48 minutes. What?
Radio, serving the state of Ohio. As of
What on earth is this? Oh, there it is, guys. Okay, there it is again. Okay, where is this EIN is stolen from somewhere. And it's because it's in Lavas, and now it's in this one. How many EINs are in here? Oh my goodness. I would just want to skirt through that one. The Hazelton tornado emergency. Hold up. Statewide alert network playing all. It's so true. I wonder if the audio here is directly derived from why is there so much time between those? This is a Roblox scenario. I wonder if they'll take actual in-game audio.
Tornado emergency for Hazleton. The National Weather Service in Hazleton has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Wadena County and north-central Keysota until 8:25 Central Daylight Time. At 7:26 Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar and storm spotters were tracking a large and extremely dangerous tornado near Welchel. Doppler radar show this tornado moving east at 35 miles per hour.
Why did it take
This
so long
is
to
a
say for it to
tornado
be a 30
emergency
hatch
for
one?
southwestern
No
Wadena
clue.
County. This includes Welchel, Hazleton, and Hazleton Lakes.
Sucks. Oh, the red noob. Let's see what we rolling with here. What if the red noob from Roblox is in the real life? I don't know how this dude has 10k subs. The red noob. Guys, we're gonna die. That's just my opinion. I think we're gonna die. Uh-oh.
The following message is to Bakersfield Police Department. This child is scared by the red noob from Roblox in the bedroom in the southwestern Bakersfield. The child's name is David Anderson. The child is 4 years old. The child have red shirt, blue shorts, and white and gray socks. Why the child scared? Because the red noob got a rocket launcher. The police will be found a 4-year-old boy that gets scared by the red noob from Roblox in southwestern Bakersfield. Stay tuned for more news and local area.
Stay turned. I want to see if there's any else. What is this? Why is the channel scared? Because the red noob had a rocket launcher. So true.
The following message is to Bakersfield Police Department. 15 minutes ago, 4-year-old boy is scared by the red noob from Roblox using a rocket launcher. 11 minutes later, police found it to 4-year-old hiding in the closet from the red noob. Right now, the red noob is flying in the air and is about to blow up houses and places for using a rocket launcher. All residents in Bakersfield will lock all windows and doors with tapes and towels. Don't go outside because the
I
red
love
noob will
locking
kill
doors
you.
with tapes and towels.
Stay tuned for more news and local area.
Stay turned. Of course that's not good. Oh. Oh no, we're in Las Vegas. Is the red noob gonna start gambling? Well, I currently can't see out the window, so if the red noob is outside my window, then that's just unfortunate for me.
The
The
following message
Walmart
is to Las
glitch.
Vegas Police
There's gotta be
Department.
a shit
At
post. I had
5:35
no
p.m.
clue.
Pacific Daylight Time, the red noob is flying Bakersfield, California to Las Vegas, Nevada, and the red noob is attacking homes and places in Las Vegas with the rocket launcher. All residents in Las Vegas will lock all doors and windows with tapes and towels. Don't go outside because the red noob will kill you. The Pixar Animation Studios filmmakers watch news about the red noob is attacking Bakersfield, California and Las Vegas, Nevada. The Pixar Animation Studios will build Wall-E and Eve to stop the red noob from Roblox. Stay tuned for more news and local area.
Welcome to breaking news serving the Los Angeles area. The red noob from Roblox attacks Bakersfield, California and Las Vegas, Nevada with rocket launcher. Wally and Eve will stop the red noob. What is going to happen next? The red noob, why you here at my place?
And that's one way to go. The red noob just killed him. Oh shit. Oh, boring. It's not the EAN.
The following message is to Visalia Police Department. 5 minutes ago, the red noob destroyed a station in Los Angeles and goodbye to the station in Los Angeles until it rebuilt for years. At 6:40 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, the red noob is having a flamethrower and is heading to Visalia in 30 minutes. The red
Rest
noob
in
will
peace,
start
the
burning
news
trees
station.
at the eastern Visalia and start making a wildfire in Visalia. All residents in Visalia will evacuate now. Bring water, drinks, clothing, medical supplies, food, charger, phone, television, bathing
Did you
supplies,
just say
batteries,
water
headphones,
and
and
sinks?
furniture. Wall-E and E
No,
will stop
sinks.
the red noob. Stay tuned
Drinks.
for more news and local area.
Water is a drink. Unless you're bringing like Kool-Aid or chocolate milk like I do. Was blown into body parts. Bring your alcoholic beverages. Okay, what is this person's channel like?
The following message is Clovis Police Department. In Visalia 23 minutes ago, Wall-E and Eve founded the red noob and started battling each other. 5 minutes later, Eve finally killed the red noob and it is blowing apart in
Nothing but an absolute zero copy. Okay. Thanks. The fake alert world uploaded big. This is the 15th separate video I've seen on the Grimace Shake. Holy shit. I think he uploaded recently. My goodness. Okay. Oh, this might be good.
To the civilians, the plague began to be everywhere. We will always keep you calm and safe. Don't forget to wear a
Warning
mask,
to
and
civilians.
always be wary of infected people. Which, people who have been infected have these characteristics. 1.
Lava Fanatic
Their eyes look
uploaded
bloodshot.
a new
2.
scenario
They rot. 3.
a
They
few
are
days
aggressive
ago,
and out
but
of
the
control. 4. They eat hard
the
things.
first 2 minutes is
5.
that stupid
They stab
effect from
themselves. 6.
to
Their sweat
Taurus
contains poison.
that is
7.
like
Their genitals are
epilepsy
maggots.
inducing to
8.
someone
They
probably.
run very fast. 9. They swell. 10. They kill you. That's some of what we know. However, for further notice, stay tuned. Don't let your time be wasted because you don't know the things that are very important for survival. For those of you who don't believe in God, start believing. Because this is the time to pray. We hope God takes care of you.
Yes, I'm going to just start believing in God and I'm going to survive.
List of cities that are the most dangerous zones. 1. New York. 2. San Francisco. 3. Phoenix. 4. Los Angeles. 5. Miami.
Why did Ida just at me
90%
telling
of
that
the
I'm not
citizens
included
in
in
this
his
city fled from
birthday
there,
special?
and
that
chances
he's
are they will
not
carry
sorry.
and transmit disease because of the
The
bacteria that are
response
all
was
over their
literally
bodies.
responded with like,
Please be careful.
okay.
And also a list of countries that are in danger zones besides the United States. 1. Countries throughout the American continent 94.9%. 2. China 66.7%. 3. Russia 65.9%. 4. South Korea 66.6%.
What are these numbers?
5. North Korea 66.6%. However, there are many more countries. However, we are only telling you which ones are more dangerous.
I have no clue where this is, what this is. I don't know what I'm watching. Warning to civilians.
Rotten corpses filled the streets of Phoenix City. This is the cause of the bad smell from all corners of this city. And most cases of death caused by infection. And partly caused by stroke, cancer, heart failure, etc. Also, things got really chaotic over there. Because many people are going crazy due to this incident. And not a few who have committed suicide together. This is evidenced by the discovery of the bodies of one family in one house. They each died in different ways and in different rooms. And dear you, do not imitate it. Your life is very precious. Love yourself and your life.
Thanks. I totally will now. Why is there a 100-mile-per-hour SVR in Iowa? What is going on?
Latest information, now, there is no more safe zone. All parts of the world have become dangerous zones. However, we will continue to try to keep you calm. Stay tuned for your views on the information that we will announce later. We will tell you how to survive, conserve food and drink, and treat injuries. Please pay close attention. We will continue to be near you.
So true.
Appeal to civilians. The first thing. Survive in dangerous situations. Currently, we have been hit by a plague that has thrown the world into chaos. Therefore, we must know the steps so that we can still live. First thing, save food and drink or make a backup. Make sure you don't eat too much
Can
so
we
that
just
the food
send
runs
random
out faster.
coordinates? As long as
Eat
they're
enough
random,
or that
go
can
ahead.
make you energy only. If your food stock is still there, store it in a container that can make food last longer and not spoil. Please buy the tool. The second thing, treatment if you have an injury. The wound will have the potential for you to get infected. Therefore, make sure your wound is treated as soon as possible by using an antibacterial cloth that can protect your wound from bacteria.
Just for a
This
moment,
applies
hold
to
on.
both large and small wounds. Perhaps additional information will come soon. Do not go anywhere.
Alright, screen was intentionally off so that, like, I don't... Oh, shit. Can I turn my location off for 2 seconds? Location sharing. You weren't... Okay, I'm aware of that, but there's a dot on the map. How do I turn off the dot? Hello? Alright, hold on. Why? Your data in... That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, I don't want... Okay, hold on. Now... Alright, let's go. I have no clue what I'm gonna find here. What the fuck? Yo, is this like a... What are they? Sheep? Goat? They're goats. Is this like a goat race? Oh my goodness. No, this is actually kind of cool. Do we have any goat shooters in the chat? I don't want, guys, there's a curve up ahead. How far does this go along for? Holy shit. Oh. The goats are now out of the road. Okay, so solar sent something. Not this place. The North Atlantic Ocean. Except it's green. That is so true. I have no idea where it is, just got it from a generator. That's comfortable. Why are we in why are we in the Guangdong province? Okay, is there any street view around here? Anywhere. There is no street view in this area. That's unfortunate. The Guangdong Tigers. Guys, we need some background audio. So, real quickly, let me just, do that.
Clyde, Maggie Valley, Balsam, BR Park,
Alright.
Smoky Mountains to Balsam Gap, Smoky Mountains, Balsam Mountain, Smoky Mountains, Oconaluftee, Mount Pisgah, Smoky Mountains, Cataloochee, BR Parkway, Mount Pisgah to the NC Arboretum, BR Parkway, Black Balsam to Mount Pisgah, BR Parkway, Balsam
Holy
Gap to
shit,
Black
it's where Santa
Balsam
Claus
area,
lives.
Cove Creek, in
Dude, I
Crusoe.
love Christmas
Precautionary
Island.
preparedness actions. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the
Do we have
lowest
any,
floor of a sturdy building.
Christmas
Avoid
Island
windows.
shooters in the
If
chat?
you are in a mobile home or
They have an
outdoors,
airport?
move to the closest substantial shelter
Where
and
is this?
protect yourself from flying debris.
This
Heavy rainfall
must
may
be where
obscure
Santa
this
lives.
tornado.
It was a lie
Do
all
not wait
along.
to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. Tornadoes are
The
extremely difficult to see and
blowhole?
confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado.
It's a tourist
Take cover
attraction.
now.
Yes, you did see that right.
The National Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg has issued a tornado warning for northwestern Henderson County in western North Carolina, northwestern Jackson
We're
County
in
in
truth
western
or
North Carolina,
consequences,
southwestern
New
Madison
Mexico.
County in western North Carolina.
Looks like a slab.
10:14 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. This dangerous storm was located
The
near Toccoa
Palm.
and moving east at 60 miles per hour. Hazards include tornado and 70 miles per hour wind gusts. Radar has indicated a rotating storm near Westminster, and this rotation is continuing to ramp up. A tornado warning remains in effect until 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for north central
Alright, there's more.
Anderson, southwestern Pickens, and east central Oconee counties. At 10:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Seneca. Doppler radar showed this
In
tornado moving east at
Newfoundland?
60 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Residents should seek shelter now to protect your life.
I think
Hazards
it's
include
funny.
a
It's
potentially
right next
deadly
to
tornado
Bass
at 70
Cove.
miles per hour wind gusts. Radar has confirmed a strong tornado on the ground. A noticeable debris signature was noted just west of Seneca a few minutes ago. The following impacts are expected. You are in a life-threatening situation.
We're
Flying
copying
debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter.
Meowmans.
Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible.
Why are
Locations
we in
impacted include
Iran?
Clemson, Seneca, Central, Liberty, Norris, 6 Mile,
There's not even
and
a.
Lake
There's.
Keely. Precautionary preparedness actions. To repeat, a large and extremely dangerous
We're
tornado
literally
has
just in
been
the middle
sighted.
of Iran.
Take cover
There's
now.
nothing here
Move to a basement
except
or
the
an
town.
interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are in a mobile home or outdoors, move to the
That's kinda
closest
crazy.
substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying
Alright,
debris.
Solar sent something. This
Heavy
looks like.
rainfall may obscure this tornado. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. A large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground. Take immediate tornado
Ball
precautions.
Road.
This is an emergency situation.
The intersection
The
of
tornado
85
warning
and
remains
86.
in effect until
Grain
11 p.m.
Kitchen.
Eastern Daylight
Why
Time
not
for
travel?
north central Anderson, southwestern Pickens, and east central Oconee counties. At 10:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Seneca.
Lukeville. Have any Lukeville enjoyers in the chat?
Reports of numerous homes and businesses swept away in Valley Falls and Boiling Springs have been reported, with pavement scouring observed in the mentioned areas also. Radar has indicated that since this tornado impacted Boiling Springs, the tornado has
Why
rapidly
are we in the
strengthened
South
and
Atlantic
potentially has
Ocean?
winds exceeding 300 miles per hour.
We're
and was
off the
estimated to
coast
be
of
over
Africa.
2.5 miles wide thanks to a 3.5 mile wide debris signature.
750
The
miles from
following
Cape
impacts are
Town.
expected. You will face certain death if not in a secure underground shelter. Mobile
My favorite
homes,
place in the
homes,
world.
and businesses will be swept away without a trace. Taller buildings suffer a severe chance of total collapse or being swept away. Trees will be completely debarked and shredded. Cars. Extremely large and extremely violent tornado with a recent history of complete annihilation racing through the northern Charlotte metro. Extreme tornado emergency continues for the warned area, including Concord and the most northern portions of Charlotte. A widespread mass casualty situation is likely for the mentioned areas. Residents must seek
now
an
what?
underground shelter now to protect your life. A tornado warning remains in effect until 11:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Cabarrus, northwestern Mecklenburg, southeastern Rowan, and east central Gaston counties. At 10:46 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed extremely large and extremely violent tornado with a recent history of complete annihilation in southern Gastonia was observed in between Mount Holly and Lowell. Doppler radar showed this tornado moving east at 60 miles per hour. Extreme tornado emergency continues for the warned area, including Concord and the most northern portions of
This is
Charlotte.
where
A
is
widespread
it?
mass casualty situation is likely for the mentioned areas.
What country is
Residents
this?
must seek an underground shelter now to protect your
Myanmar?
life.
This
Hazards
is
included a historical, extremely powerful tornado and destructive straight-line winds of 100 miles per hour.
the emoji button
Numerous
cannot move.
sources have confirmed this tornado. At 10:37 p.m., storm spotters reported numerous power flashes in Gastonia, with reports of homes and businesses flying into the air. Significant portions of pavement were also
We're in
reported
South
flying
Africa.
in the air. At 10:34 p.m.,
The
public
president's
reports
golf
came in of
course.
an extremely large tornado shredding trees over Crowder's Mountain State Park. Emergency management reports that the entire city of Grover, North Carolina has been reduced to virtually nothing, and many injuries and fatalities have been reported. While some early reports are usually false, previous radar scans indicate that the tornado directly cored the town, so this report could be, sadly, true. Radar continues to indicate a gradual strengthening trend has leveled out for now, but its intensity is very much unchanged. The following impacts are expected. You will face certain death if not in a secure underground shelter. Mobile homes, and businesses will be swept away without a trace. Taller buildings suffer a severe chance of total collapse or being swept away. Trees will be completely debarked and shredded. Cars will become projectiles. Debris will block all roadways where the tornado impacts. Total annihilation is likely in the path of the tornado, making areas completely unrecognizable to survivors. Locations impacted include Huntersville, Kannapolis, downtown Concord, northeast Charlotte, northwest Charlotte, west Concord, Mount Holly, Harrisburg, Granite, Corey, Rockwell, Mount Pleasant, Faith, Charlotte Motor Speedway, Cottle Creek Reservoir, UNC Charlotte, Gold Hill, Croft, High Rock Lake, High Rock, and Finger. Precautionary preparedness actions. To repeat, an extremely large and extremely violent tornado is in progress. Residents in the emergency area must seek an underground shelter now. Do not seek shelter above ground, as you will likely be facing certain death. Heavy rainfall may obscure this tornado. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado.
Oh dear lord, what the hell has happened?
Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. An extremely large and extremely violent tornado is on the ground. Take immediate tornado precautions. This is an emergency, unprecedented, and life or death
found
situation.
the squall line from hell, guys.
Extremely large and extremely violent tornado with a recent history of complete annihilation racing through the northern Charlotte metro. Extreme tornado emergency
90 mile per hour
warned
winds lasting
area, including
6
Concord
minutes?
and the most northern portions of Charlotte. A widespread mass casualty situation is likely for the mentioned areas. Residents must seek an underground shelter now to protect your life. A tornado warning
What
remains
the
in effect until
hell?
11:30 p.m.
Alright, Dante sent an address. To that.
Large, extremely violent, and deadly tornado in progress approaching downtown Asheville. This is a tornado emergency for the warned area, including Asheville, Morganton, and Marion.
In the middle
This
of Virginia.
is a potential mass casualty situation with widespread devastation likely.
In
Residents should seek
the
shelter now
middle
to
of
protect your life.
Virginia.
The National Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg has issued a tornado warning for northern Rutherford County in western North Carolina, McDowell County in western North Carolina, Central Buncombe County in western North
The
Carolina.
Atlantic
East
Ocean
Central
again.
Edward County in western North Carolina.
What?
North Central Cleveland County in the Piedmont of North Carolina.
Do we have any
Southeastern
Atlantic
Yancey County in
Ocean
western North
truthers in the
Carolina.
chat?
Western Burke County in western North Carolina. Until 12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Tuesday. At 10:50 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely violent tornado with a history of extensive damage was observed between Canton and Kendler. Doppler radar showed this tornado moving east at 60 miles per hour. This is a tornado emergency for the warned area, including Asheville, Morganton, and Marion. This is a potential mass casualty situation, with widespread devastation likely. Residents should seek shelter now to protect your life.
Cedar Rapids
Hazards
cannot catch a
include an
break
extremely
for
violent tornado. Multiple sources have confirmed this tornado. Catastrophic damage has been reported in Waynesville, with numerous homes and businesses flattened or swept away. Emergency management has
in the
reported a
middle
large
of
wind-sheet tornado,
Turkey.
estimated to be at least 1 mile wide south of Lake Junaluska minutes ago, with reports of multiple power flashes coming from the city of Waynesville.
Boring. So true. See what's in this playlist. The ultimate hurricane. What? Yo, where is this? We're in Iran again. But these, I don't know what these are, but they look kind of cool. I think we should watch The Ultimate Hurricane.
Disclaimer. This is an emergency alert system scenario. It is completely fictive. All images belong to their original owners. This may include valid or invalid emergency alert system tones. Do not play this over the air or in the form of radio waves, as this can cause a
We need some real music. We're in the middle of Massachusetts now.
Shout out to David O'Reilly. I got a max beat behind me. I'm doing me, making gifts. On the web, writer rips. It's cool cause it's nerdy. Yeah. Data Martian cool, Data Martian great. Justin Bieber, I'm moving with my face. Then use it for an art show, use it for a piece. Project it on an Apple.
Actually, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do.
Find me on the internet, I'm making gifts. I don't give a fuck though, I don't give a shit. I move the bitch with my hands, make her back it up now. I'm a gangster, bitch, I'm tatted up now. Swags 480p, 720p. I'm in the club like spending 20 G's, sipping on my cup with a pretty hoe, bitch. You thought it was an accident, a video glitch, but I did it on purpose though. It's nothing, you don't have bad internet, I'm just Data Martian. Swag, I'm on my web shit, you heard me. It's cool cause it's nerdy. I'm on my Data March, glitching up these videos. On my Data March, niggas don't know. I'm
Oh, Satan Kingdom.
I'm so iced out, I'm so cool. Look what I can do with this picture from Google. I'm the shit, man. I'm so hot. I'm with two bitches. Now I'm not. You think it's your connection, you think it's your bandwidth, but it's me. I'll steal your bitch like a bandit. See me on YouTube, fucking with video. Find me on Worldstar, find me on Vimeo. I'm not on photo booth. That shit's different, cause they told me to step out of the frame and I didn't. I'm doing
We're
shit
driving.
these niggas don't know digitally. That's why I'm blowing up and these hoes so into me. It's not an accident, I'm controlling it. I made this money so fast and I'm blowing it. I'm in the club, dog, getting drinks for free. I gave these niggas my swag, they should be thanking me. I'm on my head, my glitching up these videos. On my head, my niggas don't know. I'm watching data making out of my computer. You can't see me, first person shooter. I'm on my head, my
For that turn in.
I'm selling out, my dude. Better book a seat, cause niggas think they on acid when they look at me. Sipping on this lean and I'm getting geeked up. I'm on my tech shit, doing what a geek does. I'm on my data mosh, glitched out swag. I asked your bitch out and she switched so fast. She getting twisted like a pretzel. She all up on me like these pixels. I'm on my data mosh, glitching up these videos. On my data mosh, niggas don't know. I'm watching data making all of my computer. You can't see me, first person shooter. I'm on my data mosh, digital effects, man. Watching data geeked up, can't stand. I'm watching data making
Any 3D driving simulator users in the chat? How was the Buc-ee's? We're driving. I know exactly where we're going. Or at least I think I do. Oh, what to do? Ignore we made that turn so sharply. I'm going to New York on stream. Just kidding. We're gonna spin out and crash. And I'm not entertaining. This. We're watching a certified banger on the channel right now. It's like 40 milligrams of melatonin. Oh, you'll be asleep. Don't worry. How much for Weather Disaster Inc? 100. $100 to watch Weather Disaster Inc. Or maybe more like 200. 200 bucks. 200 for Weather Disaster Inc. Fuck. Yeah, no, I'd probably get. Do you know how much shit I'd probably get for watching Weather Disaster Inc. anyways?
You're listening to Know It
Wait,
Weather
is there a
Radio.
Weather Disaster Inc?
Station KWO35 in New York City. This broadcast
I completely
originates
forgot.
from the National Weather Service office in Brookhaven National Laboratory in
I'm
Upton,
dumb.
New York. Station KWO35 broadcasts on a frequency of 162.55 megahertz. The
Oh, there
current time
is.
is 5:02 p.m. Eastern
I
Standard
completely
Time.
forgot this existed.
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the New York City metropolitan area. Tonight, a slight chance of showers. Mostly cloudy. Patchy fog after 8 p.m. lows in the upper 30s. Northeast wind around 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 20%. Friday, mostly cloudy. Highs in the lower 50s. North wind 5 to 15 miles
How much
per
for
hour.
Florida tornado
Friday
hazard?
night, partly cloudy. Lows
Like
in the
20.
mid-30s. Northeast wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly sunny. Highs in the upper 40s. East wind around 5 miles per hour.
Play
And now
stuff's
for the
not really
extended
that
forecast. Saturday night, a chance of rain and snow. Lows in the lower 30s. Chance of
Oh no,
precipitation
20.
40%.
What about 10?
Sunday, snow likely. Highs in the mid-30s. Sunday night, snow likely. Lows in the upper 20s. Monday,
Oh no, wait,
a
he was saying hell
50%
no, it's
chance
terrible.
of snow
Okay.
showers. Highs in the lower 30s.
My 20 stands.
Monday night, a 20% chance of snow showers. Lows in the mid-20s.
Because that's not
Tuesday,
exactly torture,
partly
that's just a
sunny.
long form video.
Highs in the lower 30s. Tuesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-20s. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-30s. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 20s. For the following counties, in New Jersey, Morris, Sussex, and Warren counties. Winter storm watch in effect from Saturday night through Monday night. The National Weather Service in Mount Holly has issued a winter storm watch, which
There
is in
you go.
effect from Saturday night into Monday night. Locations, Morris, Sussex, and Warren counties.
Morris, Sussex,
Hazard types,
and Warren
heavy
counties.
snow. Accumulations, 6 to 10 inches of snow expected with locally higher amounts in Sussex County. A trace of ice is also possible. Timing, snow is expected to begin Saturday night and continue heavy at times around Sunday. Winds, 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts around 35
This is
miles
just a
per hour.
classic.
Visibility, below 1/4 mile at times.
Like, if you
Temperatures
haven't seen
in
The
upper
Infection, you should have seen. Yo, the cat 627.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York City Police Department. Unusual riots across Staten Island have grown in intensity in the last few hours. Several injuries and damage to property have been reported due to these riots. The most violent areas of rioting
God,
are
is this
located
rolling
throughout the
text on a
Westphalia
no
and
weather
Castleton
radio
Corners
screen?
areas.
Technically.
All residents in Richmond County are
Wow,
requested
guys,
not to
we're
participate in these riots. Anyone who is participating in rioting may be arrested or possibly injured. These riots have grown violent and are spreading north and east rapidly. Continue to listen to
Northeast
Weather
Storm
Radio or
Ocean?
other news
Twisted.
stations for further information and updates. For the following counties in New Jersey, Morris, Sussex, and Warren counties, winter storm watch
I
in
have an
effect from
MRI
Saturday night
next
through Monday night.
Tuesday.
The National Weather Service in Mount Holly has issued a winter storm watch, which is in effect from Saturday night into Monday night. Locations: Morris, Sussex, and Warren
My MRI
counties.
is at what, 10 a.m.?
Hazard types: heavy snow.
So technically speaking,
Accumulations: 6
my
to
MRI is
10
at
inches
10.
of snow expected with
It
locally
probably
higher
only takes
amounts
half
in
an hour.
Sussex
If I
County.
get back by 11,
A trace of ice is also possible.
I might stream. I might
Timing: snow is
attempt streaming
expected to begin
Twisted
Saturday night and
Tuesday
continue
morning
heavy
again.
at times around
Because I
Sunday.
ran my CPU.
Winds
Because my CPU, I was
15 to
playing Twisted
25
for like
miles
3
per
or 4
hour with
hours earlier
gusts
today
around
and
35
recording
miles
the,
per hour.
I think it's the
Visibility below
NVIDIA
1/4 mile at
game
times.
recorder, and it recorded
Temperatures
perfectly
in
fine.
the upper 20s.
So I don't know what
Impacts,
the problem
dangerous
was
driving conditions.
last night. Oh shit. The British are coming, guys. We're being invaded. We're being invaded. Oh, let me tone this down.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York City and New Jersey State Police Departments. Violent riots in Staten Island have spread across most of Richmond County. It has been reported that at least 200 injuries currently exist as a result of these riots. The New York City and New Jersey Police Departments are asking residents in Essex, Hudson, Middlesex, Union counties in New Jersey, Kings, Queens, and New York counties in New York to remain vigilant and to report any suspicious individuals to your local police department. Crossings in and out
I
of
lost
Staten Island may be shut
my
down soon to
cursor
prevent the spread
again,
of rioting to these areas.
and I'm
Do
tired.
not travel in these areas.
But I know
Stay
if I
tuned
try to
Weather
go to
Radio and
sleep,
other news sources for the latest
I won't
information.
actually sleep. Oh god, what have I done? I realized I have my Snapchat open. Oh, I did actually nothing.
You are listening to 1010 Wins News Radio.
1010
News
wins,
time
a classic.
517. As you may have just heard, violent riots are currently underway across all of Staten Island. Most of the NYPD has been mobilized against this demonstration turned violent. A previous alert on the emergency alert system warned residents in New Jersey and New York to remain vigilant of
Hello,
this
Silver
demonstration.
Thunder.
It's not known what the cause or motive behind this riot is. Rioters were attacking law enforcement in the most ridiculous ways possible, including many demonstrators hurling themselves straight at riot police. The NYPD is not letting any of the press into the island due to the immense danger it poses. We have heard from some officials that some officers were beaten savagely by these demonstrators and at least 200 demonstrators and law enforcement have been hospitalized due to this event. We are still awaiting a statement from the mayor and the head of the police department. The NYPD recommends everybody outside of Staten Island to stay away from the area at all costs. The NYPD, in conjunction with the NJ State Police, are planning on placing blockades along all waterway crossings to prevent the spread of the violent rioting. Travelers can expect major traffic delays around these areas, and this will be exacerbated by the holiday travelers. We will update this event as information becomes available.
Yeah,
This was a 1010 Wins News Update. We will be back momentarily. We have just received a new message from the NYPD. We will now activate the emergency alert system for an important message from the NYPD. Please listen carefully.
Did you say you cooked pizza on a pan?
The
Or is
following
this...
is an important message from the New York City Police Department.
An unusual event is currently unfolding on Staten Island at this time. Riots are unfolding throughout the island and
On
are
a pan
gradually
oven, I have
growing
zero
larger.
regrets.
Severe injuries
Well,
have
did
been
it at least
reported in
taste
several
good?
areas,
That's my
and this
important
activity
question.
threatens to spread outside Richmond County. The New York City Police Department has placed all of Staten Island under martial law. All crossings in and out of Staten Island will be closed off until further notice. Do not participate in any rioting. Seek shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. Only use armed intervention if absolutely necessary. Please continue to monitor local news and radio stations for further updates.
This is WINS serving the New York metropolitan area. WINS News Time 524. Rioting continues across much of Staten Island and threatens to spread into other areas.
This is a playlist,
At this time,
right?
The NYPD and the NJ State Police have
well, if I
closed
fall
off
asleep
all
for some
waterway
reason,
crossings and
you
public
guys have
transportation
entertainment
from Staten Island. The New York City mayor has
for
stated
like
that the NYPD
24
will try their
hours.
best to keep the situation under control, and that citizens should continue to follow instructions during this event.
What if I turn
We
this
have
into a
spoken to an
sleep
eyewitness
stream?
who
Could
crossed
you
into
imagine?
Brooklyn shortly before the NYPD closed off the crossing. He told one of our reporters that many of the rioters were not acting like ordinary humans. Some of them acted like wild animals as they charged into police lines with little regards to anything around them. Some of these individuals were also attacking civilians in some of these riots.
That's been a
One
pretty
person was
active
rushed
day.
to the hospital with severe bite marks and scratches across most of her body. The head of the NYPD has stated that this riot has turned into an all-out brawl and that lethal force may be required soon to contain the riot. That's right, lethal force may be needed in the upcoming minutes. Looking
there's
over
a
the
bunch
island
of
right
storms
now
by
in the
Chicago,
1010
yeah.
Winds News chopper, and there's some buildings on fire. There appears to be mass devastation across northern Staten Island. Some looters are breaking into stores. This area has turned into a war zone. Everyone outside of Staten Island must stay out of this area. We're continuing to monitor this event as it unfolds. Looking back at the chopper, and it appears some people are attacking civilians
maybe it's
around
something
these
with
side
YouTube.
streets.
I don't know.
I think one of them is biting one of the civilians. We're gonna back off now and activate the emergency
Sometimes
alert system for a new alert. You're
YouTube will
listening to
filter out
1010
messages, but I
Please
don't think
stand
that's
by for a
happening
civil
here.
emergency message.
Look at this picture I found on Google.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York City Police Department. Residents in Kings County, lock all of your doors immediately. A group of dangerous individuals were spotted crossing the Verrazano Narrows Bridge into the city of Brooklyn. These individuals were last seen in the Staten Island riots and are considered extremely dangerous. The New York
Extremely
City
dangerous.
Police Department is actively searching for these individuals and should have them apprehended in an hour or so. All residents in Kings County are requested to seek shelter indoors until these individuals have been arrested. Stay tuned to weather radio or other news sources for the latest information.
You know what? While I'm streaming, I want to test something.
That was a message from the NYPD. WINS serves the New York metropolitan area. Stay tuned to this station for the latest news updates.
This will be my test stream of something bigger, potentially. Oh my goodness.
State priority activation for New Jersey and New York State. It has been discovered that the individuals responsible for riots in Richmond County are infected with an unknown infection that has caused them to attack civilians and law enforcement across the county. Hordes of these infected individuals have overrun several law enforcement blockades and are rapidly spreading towards surrounding communities in New Jersey and New York. The New Jersey State Police Department has received numerous 911 phone calls related to infected attacking civilians across the state. If you are in New Jersey or New York State, seek shelter inside.
If you're
the
trying to
building
send a link,
immediately.
it won't allow you
Lock
to
all
send it.
windows and doors, and turn off your ventilation systems. Do not let anyone into your home unless absolutely necessary. Residents who live in or around Richmond County are asked to evacuate immediately. Follow instructions from local authorities on evacuation routes and shelters. This concludes the statewide activation message.
We are now switching to emergency programming. A state of emergency now exists in both New York State and New Jersey. Please remain at home and stay tuned to this or other news stations in the area for additional information. Normal programming has been suspended. A state of emergency now exists for the states of New York and New Jersey. It is recommended you seek shelter indoors for the duration of this emergency. In a recent update from the CDC, in a study of one of the demonstrators, it was
Watch another scenario. I'm literally just half this
on 1010 wins. Please tune to another station for the latest news and information. We are experiencing technical difficulties on 1010 wins. Please tune to another station for the latest news and information. We are experiencing technical difficulties.
This is WABC 770 in New York City serving the New York City Metro. Emergency programming is in effect. Please stand by for an important message.
Trust the process.
This is WABC 770 in New York City serving the New York City Metro. Emergency programming is in effect. Please stand by for an important message.
The following is a law enforcement warning from the New York City Police Department. Infected individuals responsible for damage and injuries across Staten Island are headed for the cities of Brooklyn, Queens, and surrounding communities. The infected have shown extreme hostility to humans and are capable of causing injuries and damage to property. To reduce the spread of infection, The New York City Police Department has blocked all crossings and public transportation into Manhattan and the Bronx. Residents in Long Island are asked to remain indoors with all doors and windows locked. Only use armed intervention if necessary. Continue to monitor the station or other news sources for further updates.
This is WABC 770 in New York City serving the New York City Metro. Emergency programming is in effect.
Probably
Please stand
not.
by for an important message.
I'm testing something at the moment. I might do something funny here.
This is WABC 770 in New York City serving the New York City Metro. Emergency programming is in effect. Please stand by for an important message. You are listening to WABC. We are currently running on emergency programming. Here's the latest on the state of emergency for New York. It has been determined that the riots that caused widespread destruction and casualties across Staten Island was the result of a fungal infection, known simply as the cordyceps brain infection by the CDC. Experts believe this fungus has caused individuals to turn violent and gruesomely attack non-infected civilians on sight. The disease is easily spread through bodily fluids or by the inhalation of spores. The CDC recommends sheltering yourself from this pathogen by wearing a gas mask or by placing as many objects between you and the outdoors. The primary symptoms of the cordyceps brain infection include irritability and memory loss. Blurred vision or complete blindness are also common symptoms. If you believe you have been infected, quarantine yourself from others and remain calm. A cure is currently in development and may be available. Minutes.
Can I have my cursor back? Hello, my cursor is missing. Hello, Mr. Peach. No, Mr. Peach, we're trying something else. Potentially. I just need to know. Also, we're 10 subscribers away from 1100. Which is pretty crazy to think about. Let's do past 90 days. Okay, so I'm doing something even better. I'm gonna create one of those like. What I'm going to do is tonight. I am going to keep my stream on overnight. Weird noise. Gonna keep the stream on overnight, just watching my scenarios and just having the view counters up top.
Broadcasting from the National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia, and transmitting on a frequency of 162.450
Sleep stream?
megahertz from
Absolutely.
antenna
How did you
located
know?
in Washington, D.C.
Alright, so wait a moment, hold
Severe
on.
weather is likely across the coverage area this afternoon into the evening. A low-pressure system located over eastern West Virginia will slide east-northeasterly throughout the day, passing to our north during the afternoon hours. A warm front currently located in northern Virginia should move a bit more northerly, likely stalling out in or just north of Washington, D.C.
Sleep stream arc.
Adequate amounts of instability to portions of our coverage area. Given this is overlapping with high amounts of shear, a severe weather threat will exist across the coverage area and region. The main hazards will be damaging winds and tornadoes, and the conditional threat for a strong tornado or two is possible. Isolated large hail is also possible as well. The main timing of the severe weather will be from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Residents in the coverage area should have several ways to receive weather information and
If this
stay
works,
tuned
this
for
is gonna
later
be
watches
wonders.
and warnings from the National Weather Service. Here are the 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time temperatures across the coverage area. At Washington, D.C., the temperature was 56 degrees. It was 67 in Alexandria, 59 in Fairfax, 52 in Rockville, 55 in Sterling, 54 in College Park, and 69 in Manassas. Across the region, it was 46
Lancaster
in
Terror
Baltimore,
is
58
not.
in
I'm not
Minneapolis,
making as much
42
progress
in
as I
Hagerstown, 68
want
in
to, but
Stockton, 72 in Fredericksburg,
once I really
54 in
kick up
Winchester,
getting it
and
done,
70 in Dover. Most of the region is currently experiencing mostly cloudy to cloudy skies, with some areas reporting rain. To repeat, it was 56 degrees at 12 p.m. in Washington, D.C. Here is the 7-day outlook for Washington, D.C. and surrounding areas. Rest of today. Mostly cloudy to cloudy skies with thunderstorms likely in the afternoon. Some of these storms may be severe. Highs around 70. Wind southerly, shifting to west during the late afternoon at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Chance of rain 100%. Tonight, showers and an isolated thunderstorm in the evening, becoming partly cloudy overnight. Lows in the upper 30s. Winds west to northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour, with gusts up to 40 miles per hour possible. Chance of rain 70%. Saturday, mostly sunny and windy. Highs in the upper 40s. Winds northwesterly at 20 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts up to 45 miles per hour possible. Saturday night, mostly clear and breezy. Lows in the low 40s. Winds northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Sunday, partly sunny skies. Highs in the mid-50s. Winds west at 10 to 15 miles per hour, subsiding to around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. Sunday night, mainly clear skies. Lows in the lower 40s. Winds southwest around 5 miles per hour. Monday, mostly sunny skies and warmer. Highs in the mid-60s.
I need to see how this works.
Variable. Monday night, mainly clear skies. Lows in the mid-40s. Winds light and variable. Tuesday.
Oh, I'm just doing this for the stream's sake. Oh, wonderful.
Chance of rain 70%. Mainly clear skies. Lows in the mid-40s. Winds light and variable. Tuesday. Tornado Watch announcement from the National Weather Service.
So how does that look?
Tornado Watch number 276 has been issued until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Maryland: Anne Arundel, Charles, Howard, Montgomery, and Prince George's, and the following counties in Virginia: Arlington, Fairfax, and Loudoun, and the following independent cities: the city of Alexandria, the city of Fairfax, and the city of Falls Church, and the District of Columbia.
Mayfield is still wild and will probably always be wild.
Damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible, and isolated large hail up to quarter size possible. Remember, a tornado watch means conditions are favorable for development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. Persons should be on the lookout for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. To repeat, Tornado Watch number 276 has been issued until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Maryland: Anne Arundel, Charles, Howard, Montgomery, and Prince George's, and the following counties in Virginia: Arlington, Fairfax, and Loudoun, and the following independent cities: the city of Alexandria, the city of Fairfax, and the city of Falls Church, and the District of
Nah,
Columbia.
cause this is kind of cool. What if I just
Due to the issuance of a tornado watch, this station
So
will
guys,
enter
what if
emergency
I kept the
programming
stream on
stage 1.
overnight?
This stage gives some priority to current watches and warnings in effect. Some normal programming will continue for now, but in the case this station goes into stage 2, all normal programming will be suspended until the station returns to stage 1. Thank you for your cooperation. Tornado Watch announcement from the National Weather Service. Tornado Watch number 276 has been issued until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Maryland: Anne Arundel, Charles, Howard, Montgomery, and Prince George. Carolina. Until more information.
Whoa, what the? What did I do? Hold on. I need a refresh button. I need my fucking mouse to stop disappearing. Because it does that. I need my mouse. I really need my mouse.
This is is Wheeler Yowie County. This is Wheeler YouTube here with an important message. The scenario you are This is Wheeler YouTube here with an important message.
Is there a YouTube setting just allows me? So this is out of order. Who said I need YouTube statistics when I literally am going to show them myself?
Stage 1. You can't lie. This is kind of, this is kind of based. Not the scenario, just the concept here of the screen. This is the NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, station WNG736, broadcasting from the National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia, and transmitting on a frequency of 162.450
Now, if I had
megahertz from
an
an
actual
antenna
another
located in
laptop,
Washington, D.C.
and if I
Severe
still
weather
get
is
another
likely
laptop,
across the
then
coverage area this afternoon into the evening.
A low-pressure system located over eastern West Virginia will slide east-northeasterly throughout the day.
I would
passing to our
100%
north
have a
during
live
the
stream that
afternoon
constantly
hours.
just streams my
A warm
scenarios.
front currently located in northern Virginia should move a bit more northerly, likely stalling out in or just north of Washington, D.C. This will bring adequate amounts of instability to portions of our coverage area. Given this is overlapping with high amounts of shear, a severe weather threat will exist across the coverage area and region. The main hazards will be damaging winds and tornadoes, and a conditional threat for a strong tornado or two is possible. Isolated large hail is also possible as well. The main timing of the severe weather will be from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Residents in the coverage area should have several ways to receive weather information and stay tuned for later watches and warnings from the National Weather Service. Here are the 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time temperatures across the coverage area. At Washington, D.C., the temperature was 56
I think I'm
degrees.
doing a little troll.
It was 67 in Alexandria, 59 in Fairfax, 52 in Rockville, 55 in Sterling, 54 in College Park, and 69 in Manassas. Across the region, it was 46 in Baltimore, 58 at Minneapolis, 42 in Hagerstown, 68 in Staunton, 72 in Fredericksburg, 54 in Winchester, and 70 in Dover. Most of the region is currently experiencing mostly cloudy to cloudy skies, with some areas reporting rain. To repeat, it was 56 degrees at 12 p.m. in Washington, D.C. Here is the 7-day outlook for Washington, D.C. and surrounding areas. Rest of today. Mostly cloudy to cloudy skies with thunderstorms likely in the afternoon. Some of these storms may be severe. Highs around 70. Wind southerly, shifting to west during the late afternoon at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Chance of rain 100%. Tonight, showers and an isolated thunderstorm in the evening, becoming partly cloudy overnight. Lows in the upper
Am I even
30s.
still here? That's a
Winds
good
west to
question. I am
northwest
still
at
here.
15 to 25 miles per hour, with gusts up to 40 miles per hour possible. Chance of rain 70%. Saturday, mostly sunny and windy. Highs in the upper 40s. Winds northwesterly at 20 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts up to 45 miles per hour possible. Saturday night, mostly clear and breezy. Lows in the low 40s. Winds northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Sunday, partly sunny skies. Highs in the mid-50s. Winds west at 10 to 15 miles per hour, subsiding to around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. Sunday night, mainly clear skies. Lows in the lower 40s. Winds southwest around
Because my
5 miles
CPU
per
is
hour.
throttling when I'm
Monday,
using OBS, which
mostly
is
sunny
very
skies
whack.
and warmer. Highs in the mid-60s. Winds light and variable. Monday night, mainly clear skies. Lows in the mid-40s. Winds light and variable.
I'm almost tempted to keep this streaming through the night. Not even say anything. Problem is, I just need another set of headphones. Even if it's like a
Tornado watch announcement from the National
creep,
Weather Service.
cheap, crappy
Tornado
pair.
watch number 276
This would
has been
unironically
issued
work
until
better.
9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Maryland: Anne Arundel, Charles, Howard, Montgomery, and Prince George's, and the following counties in Virginia: Arlington, Fairfax, and Loudoun, and the following independent cities: the city of Alexandria, the city of Fairfax, and the city of Falls Church, and the District of Columbia. Hazards include a few strong tornadoes possible, widespread damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible, and isolated large hail up to quarter size possible. Remember, a tornado watch means conditions are favorable for development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. Persons should be on the lookout for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. To repeat, Tornado Watch number 276 has been issued until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Okay, it works. Oh my god, this is
watch
wonderful.
includes the following counties in Maryland: Anne Arundel, Charles, Howard, Montgomery, and Prince George's, and the following counties in Virginia: Arlington, Fairfax, and Loudoun, and the following independent cities: the city of Alexandria, the city of Fairfax, and the city of Falls Church, and the District of Columbia. Due to the issuance of a tornado watch, this station will enter emergency programming stage 1. This stage gives some priority to current watches and warnings in effect. Some normal programming will continue for now, but in the case this station goes into stage 2, all normal programming will be suspended until the station returns to stage 1. Thank you for your cooperation. Tornado watch announcement from the National Weather Service.
No, I think
Tornado watch
I'm
number
honestly just gonna
276
stick
has been issued until 9 p.m.
with what we have
Eastern
here
Daylight
for the
Time.
moment.
This watch includes the following counties in Maryland: Anne Arundel, Charles, Howard, Montgomery, and Prince
Because I think
George's,
it's
and the following counties
it's the
in Virginia,
greatest thing
Arlington,
ever.
Fairfax, and Loudoun, and the following independent cities: the city of
I'm almost
Alexandria,
tempted to keep
the
this
city of
running. I
Fairfax,
think for
and the
one
city
night,
of Falls Church,
I
and
am
the
going to
District of
let this
Columbia.
run.
Hazards include a few strong tornadoes possible, widespread damaging wind gusts up to
Maybe to
70
reset
miles
the thing. I'm gonna go see if I can find. I don't think I have a different pair of headphones. Worst case scenario, I just use my earbuds. I'll just tell Kay I'm still live.
Good afternoon here from Fox 5, and we got a lot to talk about here, folks. The potential exists for a significant severe weather event to occur this afternoon into the evening hours. The Day 1 outlook shown here has an enhanced risk for severe weather for portions of central and eastern Virginia into southeastern Maryland.
It's gonna do that.
The main risks today are tornadoes, a few of which may be strong, and damaging winds. We might see some isolated small hail, but given strong low-level shear, it should limit the hail threat up here. The worst of the severe weather should stay south of Washington, D.C., but don't be surprised if we get some rather intense storms here. We'll take a quick peek at radar here. Showers and scattered thunderstorms are moving across the region, with some steadier, heavier rain further west. The showers and scattered thunderstorms should remain below severe limit for a little while longer. But as we get renewed storms, we should see an uptick in the intensity of storms, including some supercells. The severe threat should maximize between 3 and 6 p.m. this afternoon, before a squall line associated with the cold front sweeps west to easterly through the region late this afternoon into the overnight hours. Widespread rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are likely, with locally higher amounts possible in areas where thunderstorms train. This rainfall amount does account for the rain that has already fallen, though. There already is a tornado watch for most of our coverage area, covering areas south of Baltimore and east of Roanoke. We'll have some rain continue into the night, and maybe we'll even see some midnight rain before clearing out overnight. That is it for this special weather report here from Fox 5. We will be back at 2 p.m.
I think I'm gonna let this run for a little bit, and I'll see how we're doing in like an hour or so. So I'll probably be back in an hour.
Look guys, a new mesoscale discussion was just issued. It highlights most of Virginia for an increasing tornado threat over the next few hours. They highlighted a corridor for the greatest threat of a few strong and potentially long-tracked tornadoes. Looks like we are in a good spot.
I really like that storm near Stanley. It's pretty much in the center of the greatest risk area for a few strong and potentially long-tracked tornadoes. I say give it an hour or so, and that will likely be producing tornadoes.
My only problem with that is that it's going right for the Washington, D.C. metro. And as we well already know, traffic is going to be hell, especially as we get later into the afternoon.
I understand that, but the only other storms on the radar are down near Charlottesville and Richmond. Even though the Storm Prediction Center expects further initiation of supercells down there, the environment isn't as primed as it is along the Interstate 66 corridor.
I suppose you're right. We really didn't come all this way for nothing. We'll stay somewhere along the Interstate 66 corridor for now.
I say we still get off the exit that takes us to Manassas and stage there.
Sounds like a great idea to me.
I second it. I'll let the Vehicle 2 know. Vehicle 1 to Vehicle 2, you got a copy?
Got you loud and clear, man. What's up?
Small change of plans. We're not going all the way down to Manassas. We're going to get off at the exit for Manassas, but find somewhere like a gas station to stop and see where we want to go from there. Copy?
I copy, but why the fuck are we staying this far north? Traffic is going to be a disaster in a couple hours. We're going to lose track of the storm, for goodness sake.
I like that storm near Stanley right now. It's probably going to be our storm of the day, and it's in the highlighted area for a few strong and potentially long-track tornadoes by the SPC.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Getting stuck in traffic while a tornado is heading towards us sounds like a death sentence, man.
Calm down. The storm will be through DC by 4:30 at the latest. And as we all know, whether if it's just a theory or not, tornadoes almost never hit major population areas.
Fine, but if we get nothing and Manassas gets something, I'm gonna be really pissed.
Okay, whatever.
I knew he wasn't going to like the idea, but it's our only chance.
I know, but it's whatever. I'm very confident this storm is going to do something. Strong low-level shear and moderate instability always spells trouble with any mature supercells. We will have to wait and see if that comes right.
Remember, a tornado watch means conditions are favorable for development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. Persons should be on the lookout for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. To repeat, Tornado Watch number 276 has been issued until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Maryland: Anne Arundel, Charles, Howard, Montgomery, and Prince George's, and the following counties in Virginia: Arlington, Fairfax, and Loudoun, and the following independent cities: the city of Alexandria, the city of Fairfax, and the city of Falls Church, and the District of Columbia. Severe weather threat is increasing. As of 3:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, several showers and thunderstorms are intensifying across the warning area, with most notably a supercell located about 10 miles northwest of Manassas, Virginia being the most mature supercell, and likely has the greatest short-term tornado threat. Given this supercell is in an enhanced environment given the greatest overlap of instability and shear, a strong and potentially long-track tornado is possible. For portions of northern Virginia and extreme southern Maryland were highlighted for the greatest threat for a few strong and potentially long-track tornadoes, in which where this supercell resides in residents in the Washington, D.C. area should closely monitor NOAA Weather Radio, or your favorite source for weather information, for any severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings. Outside of this, today's event isn't panning out as it anticipated to, given the quicker motion of the low-pressure system, which has resulted in a squall line already reaching Interstate 81 with some light to moderate rain ahead of it. Most of the intense convection is down in southeastern Virginia into eastern Maryland and Delaware. While convection may initiate ahead of the cold front in northwestern and north-central Virginia, the window is closing quickly, and there's been a lack of convection initiation for the most part. However, it is reminded to all that it only takes one storm to take full advantage and make history. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a tornado warning for the District of Columbia, southeastern Baltimore City in northern Maryland, southeastern Howard County in central Maryland, southeastern Montgomery County in central Maryland, northern Prince George's County in central Maryland, and Arundel County in central Maryland, south central Loudoun County in northern Virginia, the City of Falls Church in northern Virginia, central Fairfax County in northern Virginia, the northwestern city of Manassas Park in northern Virginia, north central Prince William County in northern Virginia, the city of Fairfax in northern Virginia, Arlington County in northern Virginia, the northern city of Alexandria in northern Virginia, until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 3:41 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Centerville, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazards included a tornado and small hail up to dime size. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include the District of Columbia, Baltimore, Arlington, Alexandria, Centerville, Bethesda, Reston, Bowie, Severn, Annandale, Annapolis, Springfield, College Park, Crofton, South Riding, Greenbelt, Fairfax, Langley Park, Beltsville, Vienna, and Riviera Beach. Precautionary preparedness actions. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Motorists should not take shelter under highway overpasses. If you cannot safely drive away from the tornado, as a last resort, either park your vehicle and stay put, or abandon your vehicle and lie down in a low-lying area and protect yourself from flying debris. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send your report to the National Weather Service office in Sterling, Virginia. Due to the issuance of a tornado warning in the coverage area, the station will be upgraded to Emergency Programming Stage 2. This stage will now only broadcast the latest watches and warnings from the National Weather Service. Once all tornado warnings are either expired or canceled, this station will return to Emergency Programming Stage 1. Thank you for your cooperation. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a tornado warning for the District of Columbia, southeastern Baltimore City in northern Maryland, southeastern Howard County in central Maryland, southeastern Montgomery County in central Maryland, northern Prince George's County in central Maryland, and Arundel County in central Maryland, south central Loudoun County in northern Virginia, the City of Falls Church in northern Virginia, central Fairfax County in Northern Virginia, the northwestern city of Manassas Park in Northern Virginia, north central Prince William County.
We continue to watch the supercell about 10 miles north of Manassas. That is now moving through Fairfax County. The Storm Prediction Center recently highlighted the supercell about half an hour ago to have the best chance for a significant, long-tracked, violent tornado over the course of the next 2 hours, going based off of radar trends. We could have a strong tornado ongoing within the next 10 or so minutes here. We will pop over to velocity quickly here as we can see the classic convergence signatures show up. Our reds and greens haven't testified over the past 10 minutes, and this is usually a pretty good sign that we will have a tornado developing here soon. I would expect the National Weather Service to warn the storm shortly, and when it does, the polygon will likely include populated areas, including Washington, D.C. If you're located anywhere around the I-66 from Manassas to where it ends in D.C. and anywhere along U.S. Highway 50 all the way east to Annapolis, you should begin taking your tornado precautions now. Anyone in the counties of Howard, Montgomery, Prince George's County, and Anne Arundel in Maryland, in Washington, D.C., Fairfax, Prince William, and Arlington counties in Virginia, and the independent cities of Manassas Park, Falls Church, Alexandria, and Fairfax should begin their tornado precautions now. What we want you to do, in case you aren't aware, is to get to the lowest, most interior room of your building that has no windows or outside walls. If you're in a mobile home vehicle, outdoors, or in an outbuilding, move to the closest substantial shelter. We are dealing with the fast storm motions today of around 50 to 55 miles per hour, and since we know all too well how chaotic the traffic can get in an area, it is best to get off the road and find shelter. Tornado warning has now been issued and is incoming for the Washington, D.C. area, as well as several counties in Virginia and Maryland, as well as multiple independent cities. The warning should be showing up any second now, since the message was sent through the National Weather Service chat a few minutes ago. This will likely include the cities of Fairfax, Falls Church, Arlington, College Park, Woodmore, Crofton, and maybe even Annapolis. And there's the polygon, and wow, that's a big one. The warning is in effect for the District of Columbia, southeastern Baltimore City in northern Maryland, southeastern Howard County in central Maryland, southeastern Montgomery County in central Maryland, northern Prince George's County in central Maryland, Anne Arundel County in central Maryland, south central Loudoun County in northern Virginia, the city of Falls Church in northern Virginia, southern Fairfax County in northern Virginia, the northwestern city of Manassas Park in northern Virginia, north central Prince William County in northern Virginia, the city of Fairfax in northern Virginia, Arlington County in northern Virginia, and the northern city of Alexandria in northern Virginia. If you are in any of these mentioned cities or counties, now is the time to take shelter. Do not delay, as a tornado warning has been issued, and there is a good chance that we will have a strong tornado developing here before the top of the hour. Assuming that happens, the tornado will go right through Washington, D.C. and produce significant damage. I can't stress to you enough how you need to seek shelter now, as this is one of the most serious tornado threats to the area in a long time. It's been 21 years since the College Park F3 tornado, and this part of the country does not experience significant tornadoes, let alone intense tornadoes that much at all. We will go now ahead and start listing roads and
The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a tornado warning for the District of Columbia, southeastern Baltimore City in northern Maryland, southeastern Howard County in central Maryland, southeastern Montgomery County in central Maryland, northern Prince George's County in central Maryland, and Arundel County in central Maryland, south central Loudoun County in northern Virginia, the city of Falls Church in Northern Virginia, Central Fairfax County in Northern Virginia, the northwestern city of Manassas Park in Northern Virginia, North Central Prince William County in Northern Virginia, the city of Fairfax in Northern Virginia, Arlington County in Northern Virginia, the northern city of Alexandria in Northern Virginia, until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 3:41 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Centerville, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazards included a tornado and small hail up to dime size. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include the District of Columbia, Baltimore, Arlington, Alexandria, Centerville, Bethesda, Reston, Bowie, Severn, Annandale, Annapolis, Springfield, College Park, Crofton, South Riding, Greenbelt, Fairfax, Langley Park, Beltsville, Vienna, and Riviera Beach. Precautionary preparedness actions. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Motorists should not take shelter under highway overpasses. If you cannot safely drive away from the tornado, as a last resort, either park your vehicle and stay put, or abandon your vehicle and lie down in a low-lying area and protect yourself from flying debris. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send a report to the National Weather Service office in Sterling, Virginia.
This has to be the largest wall cloud I've ever seen in this area ever. And it's not even really close.
How big is it?
Probably upwards of a mile wide. If this thing produces, we're going to have a large wedge tornado on our hands. I honestly would be surprised if this didn't produce given the environment, and the fact it is riding some sort of boundary. Winds are a bit more back along just south of the boundary. This could be big time trouble for the DC Metro.
Thanks for the issue information. We will keep in touch. We'll have the line open in case you need anything else. As he mentioned, a large wall cloud has been noted on this storm. With the environmental and mesoscale environment in place, it will not surprise me if we get a significant or intense long-track tornado shortly here. Recent radar scans are indicating that the hook has gone outflow dominant, but this could quickly change. Our classic convergence signature is still there, so this storm still poses a significant threat. We're going to reset here real quick so we go out to a full view of the radar. Widespread convection is ongoing, with some strong showers ongoing in Maryland from La Plata and north. Some of those storms are experiencing some weak rotation, but nothing to note for now. More sustained convection is further off to the east of Chesapeake Bay in eastern Maryland and moving into Delaware. Our squall line in association with our cold front continues to organize as it moves easterly. Our main storm right now is a tornadic supercell located near Fairfax, and that is anticipated to move to Washington, D.C., and that could produce a tornado anytime soon. The good thing about here is that we are getting a good low-level scan, as we are currently scanning from about 500 to 600 feet. So if a tornado does form, we will know pretty much immediately, versus if it was being scanned at several thousand feet. If we pop up on our debris tracker quickly, we don't have any signs of debris, which is not surprising given we only have our convergence signature in a moment, but this can change quickly.
Hey, I think we should go a PDS radar indicated on this storm. I know it technically doesn't meet the criteria, but given the situation, I think we can override the criteria. This storm is pretty clearly riding some form of a boundary, and given the environment this storm is already in supporting a strong long-track tornado, we're going to get one here soon enough.
Alright, I guess we should put some more unique wording then, right? We've never done this before, and I think we should make it clear this is a developing strong tornado, not one on the ground, correct?
Absolutely. Put in something how a large and extremely dangerous tornado near Merrifield, mention how it'll be in the Washington, D.C. area within the next 10 and 20 minutes before the hazards. After the source, mention how this signature is a typical precursor to tornado genesis. Once we start seeing that RFD surge, we're likely going tornado emergency, whether if it's radar indicated or on the ground. We can't be late to anything here, and we have to be as accurate as possible.
Gotcha. I'll change it up and we'll be good to go. Assume you'll be back over here soon?
Yeah, keep up with changing the polygon by the minute, so that once the next statement goes out, it's ready.
Gotcha.
Question. What exactly is our plan within regards of going through Washington, D.C.?
Simple. We just get on US 50. It will take us east and keep us parallel with the supercell, assuming it hasn't produced yet. We do need to be prepared to go into search and recovery mode, because if this drops, it's not going to be pretty.
So is Alonzo going to be joining us in the recovery, or is he staying with the storm?
He's staying with the storm until it gets to the Chesapeake Bay, or finds another storm to get on. He's not the medically trained one here, hence why I didn't like why he went in his own vehicle, but it is good since he can keep track of it while we go in for helping.
Good. Duncan, do you see anything new behind us?
Nope. Still have that large wall cloud. Thought it might have lowered just a bit since I've last seen it.
Interesting development. We'll probably stop on the Theodore Roosevelt Bridge and deploy the drone from there. We should get there in no time and deploy from there. Based on radar trends, it should go to our north by—
What the fuck? That just said a large and extremely dangerous tornado is developing. I have never heard that before in my life.
Yeah, I have to agree. They must be pretty confident it's going to go here soon. Look back there, guys. We got a funnel.
Oh shit. Seems small, but it's going to grow. Get us to the bridge ASAP. We need to get the drone up now.
I'm on it. We're about 4 miles away, and considering traffic is unusually light, it'll take only like 3 minutes. Get the drone ready.
Working on it.
Even if it doesn't produce, we will certainly get some sick shots. This structure is pretty damn good for the region.
I'll call in the funnel cloud.
Drone is pretty much ready. How close are we?
3 miles roughly. Should be there shortly. People of DC must be taking this weather seriously because traffic is always backed up at this point. And right now, there's pretty much no traffic.
Hello, my name is Duncan, and I'm reporting a large funnel cloud near Merrifield, Virginia, in association with a large wall cloud that has gotten lower within the past 10 minutes. We're about to have a tornado here shortly. Thank you, you too. All right, report is in. Let's get ready to deploy. Juniper, are the probes ready?
Yep, just tested them a few minutes ago. We are fully ready.
Great work, everyone. This could be a deployment of a lifetime. Let's rock and roll. We're here. Let's get deployed ASAP. That funnel has certainly gotten bigger. Juniper, get the probes deployed, and Duncan, get the drone up since you're the drone expert here. Anything you see, tell me. I'll call things in.
On it. We'll probably only get RFD wins, but if we get data, we get data.
Vehicle 1 to Vehicle 2. We are deployed on the Theodore Roosevelt Bridge to intercept this storm. Should skirt right to our north, but we'll get some RFD wins.
10-4. I'm getting through DC right now, trying to get a vintage shot to watch the storm come through town. Have you guys noticed the funnel cloud getting bigger?
Absolutely, we called it in as well. It's about to get ugly here. This is the meanest looking storm I've seen in this region ever. We have some rain, but I think it will just aid in this storm.
I would agree. Well, stay safe, you guys. I'll radio in anything new.
10-4. How's everything going, guys?
Good. Drone is up in the air and recording. This is a real mean storm that wants to do something violent. It just has that look and feel.
Probes are deployed and reading data. Did Vehicle 3 deploy their probes a little further north?
I'll go check. Keep up the great works. We are going to get some great data here. Vehicle 1 to Vehicle 3. Do you have a copy?
I copy. What's up?
Are all of your probes deployed?
Yes, sir. Is the data showing on the computer yet?
Give me a second to check. I have to open it up.
10-4.
All right, Vehicle 3. Your probe data is showing, and so is ours. Great work. Good luck.
10-4. Thank you.
Where did they deploy again?
The Georgetown area, just east of the university. If a tornado hits there, they'll get amazing data and help the National Weather Service in analyzing the tornado, since the probe's wind speeds will likely reflect the damage done.
Awesome. It looks like it's going right for Georgetown as well.
I guess that's good for data purposes, not good in any other aspect. Very populated area we're dealing with here. Could be catastrophic if this... What the... Tornado emergency incoming for Washington, D.C.
Wait, what?
This is terrible.
They're expecting a significant tornado to develop shortly in Washington, D.C. This is terrible. Worst case scenario.
Absolutely worst case scenario, it doesn't get worse.
Vehicle 3 to all vehicles. We have debris in the air north of Falls Church. Tornado is on the ground. Small for the moment.
Oh, fuck.
But once it condenses, it's going to be huge.
10-4 Vehicle 3. Vehicle 2, what's your location?
I'm on Maryland 201 near Bladensburg. Seems like a good spot to set up and record from here. Can't confirm ground circulation from my location, but I still have the large funnel cloud.
10-4 Vehicle 2.
Debris on the drone, guys. Large tornado developing.
Duncan, come look at this now. It's going to be big.
Jesus Christ, that's a huge funnel. It's condensing now. Call it in.
On it. Hi, my name is Ambrose and I'm reporting a tornado on the ground with debris in the air near Falls Church, Virginia. Not fully condensed, but very large funnel in the sky. It's going to be big
Multiple
once it's
power
condenses.
flashes ongoing. Significant damage occurring.
We have a drone, multiple power flashes, and significant damage actively occurring now. Thank you, bye.
We've now reached the top of the hour and we'll do a quick overview. Our squall line to the west is attempting to mature, but failing to some extent. Still experiencing damaging wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour, but the worst will probably stay south of the DC Metro. Our focus currently is this storm that is will shortly move into Washington, D.C. with a radar indicator rotation near Falls Church. Those reds and greens and blues are becoming closer together, which means we might see a couplet develop here soon. We've had storm chasers report a large funnel cloud a few minutes ago, and based on our cameras, it is still ongoing near Falls Church.
Tornado emergency for the Washington, D.C. area. The National Weather Service is anticipating...
Okay, so I lied and it said be an hour. But... I just wanted to see if this worked. I don't know if you guys want me to keep this going, I will absolutely keep this going for a while. But up to you guys. Meow. I don't know what that's an answer or not. Keep going. Okay. I shall keep going then.
A significant tornado to develop shortly here. This is
I'll keep it going for a
unbelievable.
while and
Oh my god.
we'll reevaluate.
It just doesn't get any more real than this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tornado emergency. Repeating, a tornado emergency for the entire warned area. If you're in the District of Columbia, the City of Fairfax, the Cedar Falls Church, and Central Anne Arundel, Southeastern Montgomery, Northern Prince, Arlington, and East Central Fairfax counties, you need to be in shelter now. We are going to try to broadcast an update message over the air, so give us a moment there. This circulation is located pretty much over Falls Church and Interstate 66. If you're on I-66, I-495, U.S. Highway 50, U.S. 1, and Maryland Highway 201, or pretty much any road in Washington, D.C. Metro from Falls Church to Crofton, get off the road immediately and find shelter now. It's way too dangerous to attempt to outrun this or survive in a vehicle. The entire Washington, D.C. Metro needs to seek shelter now. If you can get underground, get underground. If not, the lowest, most interior room of a building. Put as many things as you can between you and the outside world as possible.
Tornado on the ground. We have power flashes and debris in the air on the Arlington camera.
Thanks for that. We cannot confirm a tornado has touched down near Falls Church. Repeating, a tornado has indeed touched down near Falls Church. This will be in Washington, D.C. within a few minutes, Bladensburg and Landover by 4:15, Seabrook and Springdale by 4:20, and this will cross into Maryland from Washington, D.C. by about 4:13 p.m. Anyone that lives in an area from Calverton to Coral Hills and west from Falls Church to the east of the Chesapeake Bay needs to be seeking shelter immediately. A tornado is on the ground and is likely intensifying as it passes through Arlington and goes into Washington, D.C. A tornado is likely along U.S. Highway 29 and Interstate 66 north of Arlington in Arlington County right now. It will likely remain north of U.S. 50, but we're not taking any risks here. How does it look from the camera from Arlington?
It's gotten windy there. The tornado is condensing, and we have a cone tornado moving north of Arlington now. Radar velocities aren't that strong, but based on this thing looks, it's going to get strong here shortly.
Thanks, Gordon. We'll keep flipping back and forth between velocity and reflectivity here. There's your cubelet just north of Arlington. If we go to our debris tracker here, there might be a weak TDS. They align well, but it's not much yet, which does line up with what we saw on the camera. We're going to join a phone call with some storm chasers who are on I-66 on the Theodore Roosevelt Bridge. What are you guys seeing?
We have a rapidly condensing wedge right now just north of us, 29. This thing has gotten big within the past 2 minutes. We have debris in the air, and it's getting bigger by the second. This might be half a mile wide already. It's getting windy on this bridge real quick here.
Are you guys in a safe spot? We do not need you guys to get hurt from this.
We're getting RFD winds, but nothing else. But if this expands any further, we might be in trouble.
Look at the horizontal vortices on the eastern side. This thing got violent. It's lifting trees on the drone. Houses are going as well.
Charlie, we have massive damage ongoing. This thing got large and violent so fast. We have power flashes in Washington, D.C. now, with large chunks of debris in the air. This is absolutely terrifying. I've never seen anything like this.
We lost contact with them for a moment. Try to get them back. Try to get back with them as soon as possible. Oh my god, that velocity couplet. Radar backs up Ambrose reports of a large and violent tornado ongoing near Georgetown University, moving east-northeast at 55 miles per hour. It's in Washington, D.C. right now, pretty much. Switch back over to the reflectivity and... oh no. We have a debris ball now in Georgetown. That's just awful to look at. We have so much debris that radar is picking it up. Our violent tornado is now located west of the DuPont Circle, and it's about to impact that area. Anyone, and I mean anyone, in Washington, D.C., north of US 50, must be into the shelter now. If you have time, move underground, because this tornado, is violent.
Very strongly worded tornado emergency incoming. This is some of the strongest wording I've seen ever. This isn't just a normal tornado emergency, it's a heavily worded tornado emergency for the entire warned area. They're calling for widespread devastation for anyone in the warned area.
That is absolutely horrifying.
They're saying entire neighborhoods could be completely destroyed, homes and business could be swept away, and people could be killed if not underground.
That warning is nothing short of horrifying. Warning like that was used in a tornado emergency near Wichita, Kansas on the 14th of April, 2012. Unlike that one, this is going to do that damage. I can't stress enough, anyone in Washington, D.C. and the area to the east, northeast, needs to be underground now, including Bladensburg and Crofton. If you are in this polygon, get underground now if you can and have the time. If not, the lowest, most interior room, and put as many things between you and the outside world, and just start praying. Pray as this thing dies as quickly as possible, and does not cost.
We're back. Massive tornado ongoing in Washington, D.C. Probe deployment in Georgetown. Recorded winds of at least 180 miles per hour. Drone has massive damage in Georgetown. We need emergency services out to there now.
Thanks for the reporting. We have an even bigger debris right now, like about 65 dBz, pretty much directly over Washington, D.C. It's north by the White House a good bit, but this is the populated area of the area, which arguably I think is worse. Based on the radar, this tornado is crossing over US 29 and US 1 right now in Washington, D.C. So this is a very populated area with homes and businesses. Our chases have already reported massive damage in the Georgetown area.
Update is out. Flash it on the screen, please.
Thanks, Gordon. Anyone, and I mean anyone, in this polygon area, get underground now, if you can.
Significant tornado developing near Falls Church in Arlington and moving into the District of Columbia. Tornado emergency for the warned area, including the District of Columbia. A tornado warning remains in effect until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the District of Columbia, the City of Fairfax, the City of Falls Church, and Central Anne Arundel, Southeastern Montgomery, Northern Prince, Arlington, and East Central Fairfax counties. At 4:01 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a large and extremely dangerous tornado was developing near Falls Church, or near Arlington, moving east at 55 miles per hour. This is a tornado emergency for the warned area, including the District of Columbia. Seek shelter now in order to protect your life. Hazards including a developing deadly tornado. Radar and broadcast media have confirmed a developing significant tornado near Falls Church in Arlington. Broadcast media has reported a large funnel that just moved through Falls Church, though no ground circulation has been determined yet. Radar has indicated that a rather intense velocity signature is coming together within the past few minutes. Given these reports, a significant tornado is developing and will likely touch down any minute. The following impacts are expected. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. Locations impacted include Arlington, Bethesda, Bowie, Severn, Annapolis, College Park, Crofton, Greenbelt, Langley Park, Beltsville, Riviera Beach, Falls Church, Bladensburg, Puget Hills, Naval Academy, Byrd Stadium, FedEx Field, Fort Totten, Roslyn and Severn River. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is developing. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Motorists should not take shelter under highway overpasses. If you cannot safely drive away from the tornado, as a last resort, either park your vehicle and stay put, or abandon your vehicle and lie down in a low-lying area and protect yourself from flying debris. Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send a report to the National Weather Service office in Sterling, Virginia. Large, destructive, and likely violent tornado on the ground in the District of Columbia causing catastrophic damage. Tornado emergency continues for the warned area, including the District of Columbia. Widespread devastation is likely in the emergency area. Residents in the emergency area must seek shelter now in order to protect your life. A tornado warning remains in effect until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the District of Columbia, Central Anne Arundel, southeastern Montgomery, northern Prince George's, and eastern Arlington counties. At 4:08 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large, extremely dangerous, and likely violent tornado was observed in the District of Columbia, or about 3 miles northeast of the White House, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Tornado emergency continues for the warned area, including the District of Columbia. Widespread devastation is likely in the emergency area. Residents in the emergency area must seek shelter now in order to protect your life. Hazards included a violent tornado. Numerous sources have confirmed this tornado. Radar has indicated a violent velocity signature, with a deep tornadic debris signature and intense debris ball. At 4:06 p.m., weather spotters and the public indicated a large, wet tornado causing massive damage with large chunks of debris in the air in the District of Columbia. Broadcast media has a large wedge tornado moving through the District of Columbia, with several power flashes and debris in the air. The following impacts are expected. You could be killed if you are not in a secure shelter. Complete destruction of entire neighborhoods is likely. Many well-built homes and businesses could be completely swept from their foundations. Debris will block most or all roadways. Widespread devastation is likely, making areas unrecognizable to survivors. Locations to be impacted include Bowie, Annapolis, College Park, Crofton, Greenbelt, Langley Park, Riviera Beach, Bladensburg, Naval Academy, Severn River, Byrd Stadium, National Park, FedEx Field, Howard University, Gallaudet University, Fort Totten, RFK Stadium, Glen Burnie, Severna Park, and Odenton. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially violent tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Motorists should not take shelter under highway overpasses. If you cannot safely drive away from the tornado, as a last resort, either park your vehicle and stay. This NOAA weather radio station is temporarily off the air. Please tune to an alternate weather radio broadcast or visit weather.gov for the latest weather information. This NOAA weather radio station is temporarily off the air. Please tune to an alternate weather radio broadcast or visit weather.gov for the latest weather information. this NOAA weather radio station is temporarily off the air. Please tune to an alternate weather radio broadcast or visit weather.gov for the latest weather information.
What the hell did we just witness?
I don't have a single clue, but probably the costliest, most destructive, and deadliest disaster in DC history.
That tornado is still going violent to our east. I can still see it from here. Drone has catastrophic damage in the Georgetown area. We need to get over there now.
On it. Juniper, call the damage into the National Weather Service. Duncan, collect the probes. I'll radio to the other guys.
Sounds like a plan. Real quickly, did Vehicle 3 stay in Georgetown or...
I guess we're about to figure out. Vehicle 1 to all vehicles. Do you have a copy?
Vehicle 2 copies. Large, violent wedge tornado going through DC right now.
We know. Thing intensified and widened pretty much right in front of us. It was the coolest but scariest thing of all time. Do you know the whereabouts of Vehicle 3?
Negative. Last time I checked, they were in Georgetown, and that was right before the tornado hit.
Okay. Vehicle 1 to Vehicle 3. Do you have a copy? All right, we're going to Georgetown. They desperately need help.
10-4. I'm about to move from my location. The tornado is almost here. Let me know if you hear anything from Vehicle 3.
Will do.
So, no luck, I'd presume?
Nope. Georgetown is a short drive, but God knows how long it'll take.
Widespread devastation is likely in the emergency area. Residents in the emergency area must seek shelter now in order to protect your life. Hazards included a violent tornado. Numerous sources have confirmed this tornado. Radar has indicated a violent velocity signature with a deep tornadic debris signature and intense debris ball. At 4:06 p.m., weather spotters and the public indicated a large, wet tornado causing massive damage with large chunks of debris in the air in the District of Columbia. Broadcast media has a large wedge tornado moving through the District of Columbia with several power flashes and debris in the air. The following impacts are expected. You could be killed if you are not in a secure shelter. Complete destruction of entire neighborhoods is likely. Many well-built homes and businesses could be completely swept from their foundations. Debris will block most or all roadways. Widespread devastation is likely, making areas unrecognizable to survivors. Locations to be impacted include Bowie, Annapolis, College Park, Crofton, Greenbelt, Langley Park, Riviera Beach, Bladensburg, Naval Academy, Severn River, Bird Stadium. Large and violent tornado with a history of producing widespread, mass devastation in the District of Columbia, now causing a path of destruction in central Maryland. Tornado emergency continues for the warned area. Mass devastation is likely in the emergency area. Residents in the emergency area must seek shelter now in order to protect your life. A tornado warning remains in effect until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Central and Arundel and northeastern Prince George's counties. At 4:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large, violent, and destructive tornado was observed over Woodlawn, or near Landover, and is moving to the east at 55 miles per hour. Tornado emergency continues for the warned area. Mass devastation is likely in the emergency area. Residents in the emergency area must seek shelter now in order to protect your life. Hazards included a violent tornado. Multiple sources have confirmed this tornado. Radar continues to indicate an intense to violent velocity signature with an intense debris ball and deep tornadic debris signature. weather spotters, the public and broadcast media have all confirmed a large, violent, wet tornado that moved through the District of Columbia and now areas to the east, with several power flashes and large chunks of debris in the air. Catastrophic damage has been reported in the District of Columbia. The following impacts are expected. You could be killed if you are not in a secure shelter. Complete destruction of entire neighborhoods is likely. Many well-built homes and businesses could be completely swept from their foundations. Debris will block most or all roadways. Widespread devastation is likely, making areas unrecognizable to survivors. Locations to be impacted include Bowie, Annapolis, Crofton, Greenbelt, Riviera Beach, Bladensburg, Naval Academy, Severn River, Severna Park, Odenton, Pasadena, Arnold, Landover, Lakeshore, Hyattsville, Parole, East Riverdale, New Carrollton, Mitchellville, and Riverdale Park. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially violent tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Motorists should not take shelter under highway overpasses. If you cannot safely drive away from the tornado, as a last resort, either park your vehicle and stay put, or abandon your vehicle and lie down in a low-lying area and protect yourself from flying debris. Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send your report to the National Weather Service office in Sterling, Virginia. Large and violent tornado with a history of producing widespread, mass devastation in the District of Columbia, now causing a path of destruction in central Maryland. Tornado emergency continues for the warned area. Mass devastation is likely in the emergency area. Residents in the emergency area must seek shelter now in order to protect your life. A tornado warning remains in effect until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Central and Arundel and northeastern Prince George's counties. At 4:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large, violent, and destructive tornado was observed over Woodlawn, or near Landover, and is moving to the east at 55 miles per hour. Tornado emergency continues for the warned area. Mass devastation is likely in the emergency area. Residents in the emergency area must seek shelter.
Are we back? Like, seriously, are we back?
It appears so.
Okay, we apologize for that, as the tornado seems to have cut power to pretty much most of Washington, D.C. Our large, violent tornado is now located near Landover and continues to move east-northeast at 55 miles per hour. Catastrophic damage has been reported in D.C., mostly confined in the Georgetown area so far. This damage has been reported by the storm chasers we were on the line with earlier before we temporarily lost power. The last thing we've heard from them is that they were headed up to Georgetown and will call us when they get there. However, drone footage from the chasers confirmed that there is, and I quote, catastrophic damage in the town and all hands are needed in the area. We also had a mesoscale discussion come out, which stated the tornado with winds likely in the 150 to 190 mile per hour range was ongoing and will likely continue for the next 30 to 60 minutes. We continue to stress that anyone in the polygon needs to take shelter if they haven't already. While this tornado isn't as violent as it was about 15 minutes ago, it is still rather intense in nature. We still have a defined debris ball with an intense velocity couple. Debris has been reportedly been lofted upwards of 20,000 feet, which should suggest a tornado of EF4 intensity. This data backs up the probes finding by storm changers and in the SPC mesoscale discussion. This tornado will likely impact Crofton in about 10 minutes here, and then Crownsville in about 15 to 20 minutes. These cities are in the direct path, and are at most danger given any deviations from the current mean of flow of the storm. Right now, this tornado is impacting areas in and just south of Seabrook, and just recently impacted the Landover and Landover Hills area.
I'm going to chime in real quick. Catastrophic damage is being reported from across Washington, D.C., and now in Bladensburg. EMS have quickly declared a mass casualty incident in the Washington, D.C. area, with numerous, potentially hundreds of casualties.
Dear God. That's terrible. If this doesn't get you to seek shelter, then I don't know what will. This area has never experienced something as bad as this. As an almost certainly violent tornado just went through Washington, D.C., and is still on the ground. The tornado emergency was recently updated, as you can tell. Since the polygon got shorter, it still suggests a violent tornado is ongoing, causing widespread devastation. I'm really simply for a loss for words here. There is not much else you can say. Looking through the National Weather Service chat, the National Weather Service is noticing some increasing rotation within the line west of Manassas. If this develops, this might go over already impacted areas and will likely hinder search and rescue in the Washington, D.C. area. We have chasers back on the line. Ambrose, what is it like in the Georgetown area?
Charlie, it's absolutely horrible and nothing short of it. You can hear the numerous sirens around here arriving on the scene. A majority of the buildings in the Georgetown have been completely destroyed, with multiple structures flattened. It's a war zone, and I can personally confirm at least 30 injuries and a few fatalities. These people, despite the early warning, didn't seem prepared.
Dear God, that's just horrible to hear. How in need are you in Georgetown right now?
Desperate. Absolutely desperate. We've only gone down 2 streets so far, and we still have several more to go. Not to mention the catastrophic damage continues miles to the east. We need state and federal resources ASAP. Search and rescue is highly anticipated to go into the night and possibly tomorrow morning. There's so many structures that need to be searched. I need to go help. I'll call you if there's anything new.
Thank you, Ambrose. As you've heard, he has at least 30 injuries and a few fatalities, and he hasn't even gotten that far yet. If that's the truth, then we might have a death toll count. That is very high. At least some good news now that our tornado is weakening, given a weakening of the velocity signature. If we were to take a look real quick, you can know how it isn't as strong as it was 10, even 5 minutes ago. This is a good sign, but it can easily ramp back up. So don't let your guard.
Multiple sources have confirmed this tornado. Radar continues to indicate an intense to violent velocity signature with an intense debris ball and deep tornadic debris signature. Weather spotters, the public and broadcast media have all confirmed a large, violent, wet tornado that moved through the District of Columbia and now areas to the east, with several power flashes and large chunks of debris in the air. Catastrophic damage has been reported in the District of Columbia. The following impacts are expected. You could be killed if you are not in a secure shelter. Complete destruction of entire neighborhoods is likely. Many well-built homes and businesses could be completely swept from their foundations. Debris will block most or all roadways. Widespread devastation is likely, making areas unrecognizable to survivors. Locations to be impacted include Bowie, Annapolis, Crofton, Greenbelt, Riviera Beach, Bladensburg, Naval Academy, Severn River, Severna Park, Odenton, Pasadena, Arnold, Landover, Lakeshore, Hyattsville, Parole, East Riverdale, New Carrollton, Mitchellville, and Riverdale Park. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially violent tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a tornado warning for the District of Columbia, South Central Howard County in central Maryland, southeastern Montgomery County in central Maryland, northern Prince George's County in central Maryland, west central Anne Arundel County in central Maryland, the city of Falls Church in northern Virginia, central Fairfax County in northern Virginia, the city of Manassas Park in northern Virginia, central Prince William County in northern Virginia, the city of Manassas in northern Virginia, the city of Fairfax in northern Virginia, Arlington County in northern Virginia, the city of Alexandria in northern Virginia, until 5:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 4:25 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Manassas, or near Manassas Park, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Hazards included a tornado. This is a radar-indicated threat. Several of these areas in the warning were impacted by an ongoing intense to violent, long-track tornado that caused catastrophic damage in the District of Columbia through Landover not too long ago. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include the District of Columbia, Arlington, Alexandria, Columbia, Centerville, Bethesda, Bowie, Annandale, Springfield, College Park, Greenbelt, Fairfax, Langley Park, Beltsville, Vienna, Forestville, Falls Church, Huntington, Largo, Coral Hills, and Bladensburg. Precautionary preparedness actions. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. Large and intense tornado with a significant history of mass devastation from the District of Columbia to Landover approaching Crofton. Tornado emergency continues for the warned area, including Crofton. A tornado warning remains in effect until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for central Anne Arundel and northeastern Prince George's counties. At 4:28 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large and destructive tornado was observed near Crofton, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Tornado emergency continues for the warned area, including Crofton. Residents in the emergency area must seek shelter now in order to protect your life. Hazards included a deadly tornado. Radar continues to confirm a large and destructive tornado on the ground. Mass devastation has been reported from the District of Columbia with this tornado, with multiple casualties being reported at this time. The following impacts are expected. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely and complete destruction is possible. Locations impacted include Annapolis, Crofton, Naval Academy, Severna Park, Odenton, Pasadena, Arnold, Lakeshore, Parole, Millersville, Cape St. Clair, Gambrills, Harold Harbor, Crownsville, Chelsea Beach, Sherwood Forest, and Belvedere Heights. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Motorists should not take shelter under highway overpasses. If you cannot safely drive away from the tornado, as a last resort, either park your vehicle and stay put, or abandon your vehicle and lie down in a low-lying area and protect yourself from flying debris. Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send your report to the National Weather Service office in Sterling, Virginia. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a tornado warning for the District of Columbia, South Central Howard County in Central Maryland, Southeastern Montgomery County in Central Maryland, Northern Prince George's County in Central Maryland, West Central Anne Arundel County in Central Maryland, the City of Falls Church in Northern Virginia, Central Fairfax County in Northern Virginia, the City of Manassas Park in Northern Virginia, Central Prince William County in Northern Virginia, the City of Manassas in Northern Virginia, the City of Fairfax in Northern Virginia, Arlington County in Northern Virginia.
We continue to track this long-tracked, intense tornado that was violent back in the Washington, D.C. area. We continue to receive reports of catastrophic damage and numerous casualties from the impacted areas in Washington, D.C. and in Bladensburg and Landover. This tornado is currently located southeast of Bowie or west of Crofton. This tornado will likely be impacting the core of Crofton within a few minutes. We have noted a strengthening trend once again with velocities as the tornado appears to be intensifying as it approaches town. This is our only warning in the coverage area at the moment, so we can truly fully focus on the storm. The National Weather Service did note a storm near Manassas for a potential tornado warning down the road.
Speak of that, we have a new tornado warning for that storm capable of producing a tornado west of Clifton or east of Manassas. This includes the District of Columbia, South Central Howard County in Central Maryland, Southeastern Montgomery County in Central Maryland, Northern Prince George County in Central Maryland, West Central Anne Arundel County in Central Maryland, the City of Falls Church in Northern Virginia, Central Fairfax County in Northern Virginia, the City of Manassas Park in Northern Virginia, Central Prince William County in Northern Virginia, the City of Manassas in Northern Virginia, the City of Fairfax in Northern Virginia, Arlington County in Northern Virginia, and the City of Alexandria in Northern Virginia. Also anticipate a new tornado emergency update for that tornado approaching Crofton.
Thank you, Gordon. We'll now bounce to the new tornado warning near Clifton in Manassas. The circulation is embedded within the line. You can note how the circulation has intensified within the past few scans as it passed through Manassas and Manassas Park, and we do have that convergence signature there. If you are any of the mentioned counties or cities that Gordon listed, you need to seek shelter now. Another strong tornado could develop at any time here, and the environment still supports it. This tornado should not be as destructive or long-tracked as the one ongoing near Crofton, but you can't take the risk. A huge problem here is that areas like Washington, D.C., especially Georgetown, Bladensburg, Landover, and Woodlawn, are all in search and rescue mode due to catastrophic damage and numerous casualties. Not to mention, the current storm path currently takes the storm pretty much over or just south of the impacted areas. We currently have Ambrose in Washington, D.C. in the Georgetown area. So once that we can get in contact with him, we'll speak to them about their plans for sheltering. We now bounce back to our tornado emergency with an intense tornado now impacting Crofton, and it doesn't look good. The debris belt is back to about how strong as it was 20 minutes ago, as we have a small area of 60 dBz, which is usually indicative of heavy debris. When located with a well-defined velocity couplé, this tornado shouldn't be in Crownsville area within the next 5 minutes or so. Harold Harbor, Severna Park, and Arnold within 10 minutes, and Cape St. Clair, and as well as Gibbon Island within the next 15 minutes. Afterwards, this will move over the Chesapeake Bay and out of our coverage area. Unfortunately, the terminal radar located not too far away from the tornado impacting Crofton is down, so we can't get a better view. However, we will be still scanning in around 3,000 feet, so it's still in very good range.
We're continuing to receive reports of catastrophic damage, and we may have located a secondary area of the most intense damage. These two areas are the Georgetown to DuPont Circle, and Mount Rainier to Colmar Manor, Bladensburg, and into Woodlawn. We have at least 200 casualties, it seems like, and maybe as many as 20 dead so far.
Thanks for the update, Gordon. This is not looking good for the region, as this may be the deadliest tornado since Mayfield, maybe even Joplin, in 2011 at the rate we're going. I want to bounce back to the storm near Clifton, as the National Weather Service and meteorologists in Starling are concerned that it's going to produce. So I'll do that real quick, and wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that might be another tense tornado ongoing. And we can check that we have a tornadic debris signature yet, but it appears we don't. If I had to guess, the next scan will have a debris signature, and we should see a quick trigger of a PDS, particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning, which, as we've stressed, will include several areas by the violent tornado that struck DC that is passing through Crofton now. There's our tornadic debris signature now. We will flip over to the velocity, and it lines up very well. Our tornadic debris signature will likely get deeper here soon, but right now this tornado is over mostly trees, but it will quickly move to the more populated areas of the Washington, D.C. metro. This is another significant tornado in this area, so if you are in the warned area, which includes the city of the District of Columbia, the city of Fairfax, Falls Church, Alexandria, West Central Anne Ardell, South Central Howard, Southeastern Montgomery, Northern Prince George's, Arlington, and Central Fairfax counties, seek shelter now. Even if you are doing search and rescue in the Washington, D.C. area, you need to seek shelter. Even though it's understandable that you should be saving lives, there comes a limit to where it's better off to temporarily take shelter and return to normal activities once we're clear. Don't worry, we will clear the areas impacted as soon as the threat is over, which isn't something we've done today, but it is needed. Some good news is that our velocity couplé weakened as it moved through populated areas, but there is still a deep tornadic debris signature now. And a quick look in the reflectivity, and there it is again. Yet another debris ball. Thank Lord there weren't more supercells or strong areas of rotation within the line, because we could have several more tornadoes with that intensity, but that's not meant to be saying that today wasn't terrible. Just because it certainly has been. We'll briefly bounce back to our storm and pass through Crofton. It seems to be back on.
Hazards included a tornado. This is a radar-indicated threat. Several of these areas in the warning were impacted by an ongoing intense to violent long-track tornado that caused catastrophic damage in the District of Columbia through Landover not too long ago. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include the District of Columbia, Arlington, Alexandria, Columbia, Centerville, Bethesda, Bowie, Annandale, Springfield, College Park, Greenbelt, Fairfax, Langley Park, Beltsville, Vienna, Forestville, Falls Church, Huntington, Largo, Coral Hills, and Bladensburg. Precautionary preparedness actions. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from. A tornado warning remains in effect until 5:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the District of Columbia, the City of Fairfax, the City of Falls Church, the northwestern city of Alexandria and West Central Anne Arundel, South Central Howard, southeastern Montgomery, northern Prince George's, Arlington, and central Fairfax counties. At 4:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Fairfax Station. Doppler radar shows this tornado moving to the northeast at 55 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazards included a deadly tornado. This is a radar-confirmed tornado. This tornado may pass over or very close to areas heavily impacted by an intense to violent long tract in the District of Columbia. The following impacts are expected. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. Locations to be impacted include District of Columbia, Arlington, Columbia, Bethesda, Bowie, Annandale, College Park, Greenbelt, Fairfax, Langley Park, Beltsville, Vienna, Falls Church, Bladensburg, Mantua, Puget Hills, McLean, Bird Stadium, FedEx Field, American Legion Bridge, and Fort Totten. Precautionary preparedness actions. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. A tornado warning remains in effect until 5:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the District of Columbia, the City of Fairfax, the City of Falls Church, the northwestern City of Alexandria and West Central Anne Arundel, South Central Howard, southeastern Montgomery, northern Prince George's, Arlington, and central Fairfax counties. At 4:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Fairfax Station. Doppler radar shows this tornado moving to the northeast at 55 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover.
So, are we completely sure that the tornado isn't going to hit here at the hospital?
I'm fully confident. It will pass close to us, of course, but it's not close enough to cause any significant damage. Besides, it looks on the weaker side of the radar, so it's probably not causing that significant of damage.
Thanks for the update. I appreciate it.
No problem. We'll be going out once the threat clears the area, because my god, this area desperately needs help.
As long as you guys are medically trained, it's completely fine.
We are. We made sure to get it done a while ago in case of a situation like this came up. Obviously, we never expected anything this severe, but it's better to be overprepared than underprepared.
Makes sense. I gotta go now, but keep in touch with any new developments that may impact us.
Will do.
So, any news on where Vehicle 3?
Nothing. I would have to presume at the moment they made it out okay based on the fact that by the time I got to the computer, their probes were already operating.
So
what? It's the only local thing.
Not if they stayed with the probes and left last second.
They couldn't be that stupid. They know what we all wanted, and we got it. No reason to stay there, unless they tried to get shots of the tornado before they left.
Isn't this the exact reason why we all mutually agreed to have trackers on their vehicle?
Wait, you're right. Ambrose would have that data, but of course he has to be using the restroom. We can check it out once he's done.
Can we not do it ourselves? I swear we set it up so everyone can check.
No. You can only see where the other vehicles are, which when I think about it is a little creepy, but I don't think that matters at the moment.
Sorry, guys. I had to use the bathroom.
An absolute classic from you, Ambrose. Now we know you have access to the tracks for the vehicles. So can you please go check it out on the computer?
Why?
The fuck do you mean why? One of our vehicles is presumed missing and we have no idea where they are.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
How on God's green earth could you forget that?
I don't know, but I'll check now. Their trackers has them in the neighborhood we're in. Right in the area that was it. Maybe they're doing search and rescue?
They are not that stupid. We agreed that if we ever get into a search and rescue situation, we were to halt in the case of severe weather.
I know that conversation never happened.
It literally did. You clearly don't remember it, dumbass.
What's the dumbass for? This conversation we would have had with all 8 of us, and it never happened.
He's right. It never did happen.
What fucking ever? We're going back out to that area now. The tornado is passing over it now, so we can continue search and recovery ASAP.
Fine with me.
Fine with me.
All right, let's rock and roll.
The tornado warning for the District of Columbia, West Central and Arundel, South Central Howard, Southeastern Montgomery, Northern Prince George's, Northeastern Arlington, and Northeastern Fairfax counties is canceled. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below warning limits. Therefore, the tornado warning has been canceled. A tornado watch remains in effect for Central and Eastern Maryland until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. To repeat, the tornado warning for the District of Columbia, West Central and Arundel, South Central Howard, Southeastern Montgomery, Northern Prince George's, Northeastern Arlington, and Northeastern Fairfax counties is canceled. Due to no more tornado warnings in our coverage area, the station will now downgrade to Stage 1 emergency programming. We thank you for your cooperation of this new system.
At least the good thing is with this run, we're finding a lot more people alive than last time.
It is good, and I'm glad we've been able to help several lives here. A lot of local chasers around here seem to be helping emergency services. Deep down, it makes me happy that we can all come together. Wish it wasn't like this.
Yeah, I suppose.
Holy shit, look at that, guys.
Oh my god. That vehicle was thrown into that building and it crushed.
That is terrifying. Let's go check to see if there's anyone in it we can help. From the looks of it, unfortunately, if anyone was in it, they're probably gone.
Keep up a more positive attitude, Duncan. You've been thinking every corner we've come across there's gonna be dozens dead, and we haven't found anyone dead. Yet.
True, but no. No way. That can't be, can it?
What?
That looks identical to Vehicle 3, like exactly identical.
I doubt it. Besides, it's too hard to decipher a vehicle after it's been crumbled like that.
Would doubt your doubt, Ambrose.
I can't do this anymore. No fucking way.
Radio into Vehicle 2 now. I can't believe it.
Damn it.
Ambrose to Vehicle 2. Do you have a copy?
I copy loud and clear. Is everything okay?
We found Vehicle 3.
That's good, right? You don't sound like you're in a good mood.
I don't know. Maybe the fact we've seen dozens of people injured and dead, and not to mention they're dead as well.
You're kidding me, right?
Why would I lie to you about this? That's a bold-ass accusation to make in a time like this. They're gone, Alonzo. They dead.
Where's your location? I'm heading over there now.
3001, 3099 O St. NW. We're a block down from a CVS that was destroyed.
10-4, on my way.
What a dick. Are you kidding, motherfucker? Of course I'm not. Why the hell would I—
Shut up, Ambrose. We all need to relax.
We just found 4 of our friends dead. There is no relaxing here.
We can. It's called stop calling each other's names and support each other. You clearly aren't in the right mindset.
But I have a foot—
Don't butt me. Stop being angry. The least we can do is call EMS. I want to call off search and rescue. I can't handle this anymore. We've done more than enough here.
Fine.
Good evening, I'm Jordan for the 6 o'clock news here as we continue to cover a major tornado event that occurred in Washington, D.C. just a few hours ago. Details continue to remain scarce, but recent reports indicate that 4 storm chasers died in Georgetown from a very strong tornado that impacted Washington, D.C. We have footage from our sister station in Washington, D.C. as the tornado was impacting portions of the Georgetown area. We will warn you, some of the content in this video may be disturbing to some viewers.
What are you guys seeing?
We have a rapidly condensing wedge right now just north of us 29. This thing has gotten big within the past 2 minutes. We have debris in the air and it's getting bigger by the second. This might be half a mile wide already. It's getting windy on this bridge real quick here.
Are you guys in a safe spot? We do not need you guys to get hurt from this.
We're getting RFD winds, but nothing else. But if this expands any further, we might be in trouble.
Look at the horizontal vortices on the eastern side. This thing got violent. It's lifting trees on the drone. Houses are going as well.
Charlie, we have massive damage ongoing. This thing got large and violent so fast. We have power flashes in Washington, D.C. now, with large chunks of debris in the air. This is absolutely terrifying. I've never seen anything like this.
We lost contact with them for a moment. Try to get back with them as soon as possible. Oh my god, that velocity couplet. Radar backs up Ambrose reports of a large and violent tornado ongoing near Georgetown University, moving east-northeast at 55 miles per hour. It's in Washington, D.C. right now, pretty much. Switch back over to the reflectivity and... oh no. We have a debris ball now in Georgetown. That's just awful to look at. We have so much debris that radar is picking it up. Our violent tornado is now located west of the DuPont Circle, and it's about to impact that area. Anyone, and I mean anyone, in Washington, D.C., north of US 50, must be in the shelter now. If you have time, move underground, because this tornado, is violent.
Very strongly worded tornado emergency incoming. This is some of the strongest wording I've seen ever. This isn't just a normal tornado emergency, it's a heavily worded tornado emergency for the entire warned area. They're calling for widespread devastation for anyone in the warned area.
That is absolutely horrifying.
They're saying entire neighborhoods could be completely destroyed, homes and business could be swept away, and people could be killed if not underground.
That warning is nothing short of horrifying.
That's the clip there that just shows the true power of this violent tornado. Here's what we know as of now. Hundreds of casualties have been reported, and at least 20 people were killed. The hardest hit areas seem to be around Georgetown, DuPont Circle, and Bladensburg and Landover Hills on the Maryland side. Emergency services continue to undergo search and rescue operations, and these numbers will unfortunately rise. The National Weather Service has stated that they will be out to rate this tornado starting tomorrow, and from the damage they've seen, they expect a quote-unquote higher-end rating for this tornado. What they mean by this remains to be seen, but if there's anything to suggest any rating, at least an EF3 rating will be given to this tornado. We'll be talking with the meteorologist in charge from the National Weather Service in Sterling tomorrow about the process of damage surveying. We had originally agreed to speak to a few storm chasers on their experience on this situation, as they tracked this violent tornado, and helped with search, rescue and recovery in the Georgetown area. However, they discovered 4 of their friends who were also storm chasing were killed in the tornado and have denied to do an interview at the moment. They did mention a few points to us, saying they got very incredible data from this tornado via probes, which are little instruments that are anchored down that collect data such as winds and pressure inside of a tornado. They said that data is expected to become public once it's quality controlled, which could take some time. They stated this is the worst damage they've ever seen in this area, and the worst damage they've seen overall since the Rolling Fork, Mississippi EF4 just over a month ago. For those unaware, on March 24, 2023, a violent EF4 tornado struck the town of Rolling Fork, Mississippi during the nighttime hours, killing 17 and injuring 165, while causing catastrophic damage in Rolling Fork. The town is still very much recovering to this day, and like Rolling Fork, portions of Washington, D.C. will take several years to fully recover from this tornado. We'll take a quick break here, so stay tuned as we discuss some of the top stories of the hour.
How close are we? I'm tired and just want to sleep.
Only a few minutes. Does the school know about what happened?
Yep, it's pretty much national news now, and so are we. I've had at least 5 different news companies email or DM me asking about interviews, and I told them sure.
Why would you do that? We're still trying to recover from our own damn findings.
Because they want us to talk about the data and the chase beforehand. I posted the preliminary data on Twitter, and it's doing numbers.
For the love of God, please tell me you said it wasn't quality checked.
Of course, I'm going to do that over the next few days. I don't know why, but it hasn't hit me as hard as you or Juniper. Like, I'm sad they're gone, honestly. Just feels like I've accepted it so soon. Something inside told me this was going to happen.
Whatever crazy stuff you want to believe, I would have never thought this could have happened. I want answers, man. What the fuck did they do?
I have a theory, but since you seem pissed off, I'll just keep it to myself now.
You better. You know how much I don't like your conspiracy theory stuff anyways.
Figured.
How much do we owe you, Juniper?
Roughly $30 each from the 3 of you. It's a good hotel anyways, and there's an IHOP in the same area.
I need it. Breakfast tomorrow morning will be great.
You can never go wrong with IHOP. I don't think I ever met someone that didn't like IHOP.
Well, one of our professors apparently doesn't like it. I haven't figured out why, though.
Unbelievable.
Don't get me started, man. We spent like half of meteorology debating it before, so I've heard it all from him.
We are here, guys, and I already see Alonzo. We'll park by him.
It's good to be together as a group after that. I think it will be good for everyone else, including my cranky ass.
That's the spirit, Ambrose.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I'm so sorry for what you guys had to go through today, especially with that.
You can only do so much, I guess. I'm going to head in and check us in. Get anything you guys need out of the vehicle. Good evening.
Hi, welcome to Quality Inn. How may I help you?
I have a reservation for Juniper for a double room for one night.
Wonderful. Give me a moment and you should be all good to go.
Alrighty.
You are all good to go. Here is your room key and some papers about things to do around here. Go and eat, and some information about the hotel. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Alrighty then. Have a good night.
You as well.
Actually, wait. Quick question. Are you part of the group of chasers that intercepted that tornado earlier today and lost your friends?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for your loss. My boss told me that if you guys came in to stay the night that we would allow you to stay for free given your situation, so you should expect a refund soon.
Seriously, you didn't have to do it, but thank you so much.
No problem. And once again, have a good night.
You as well, ma'am. Hi guys, I have some great news.
Oh really, what is it?
We got our hotel room for free. The attendant apparently recognized me and told me our room was on the house tonight, so no need to pay for us.
That's so kind of them. We'll have to go talk to them in the morning and thank them.
I was planning on it. We can take something small for breakfast and then go eat at IHOP afterwards.
Wonderful idea, Juniper.
Yeah, I know. I usually have the best ideas.
Oh, shut up. We all know it's not true, right, guys?
Nah, he's right for once.
Aw, come on, man. You're always on my side and now you jump ship?
Changing times, man. Changing times.
Welcome back to CBS Mornings on the Radio. I'm your host Aspen here with Dakota and Hunter. We have a very special news segment here on a group of storm chasers from Millersville University who chased the violent Year 4 tornado that struck Washington, D.C. Dakota will tell you more real quick.
Thanks, Aspen. On April 28th, a large, violent, and destructive tornado tracked through portions of Virginia, the District of Columbia, and Maryland, tracking for around 40 miles in about 38 minutes, earning a rating of EF4, with maximum sustained winds of 185 miles per hour. While ratings are usually determined by damaged probe deployments by this team of chasers, some of which were unfortunately killed by the tornado, played a crucial role in determining the tornado's strength
and may have started a movement towards something bigger in the science and weather community. We get to hear the story from the 4 chasers who had an experience of a lifetime that did not just go to national news, but made international headlines. We welcome them here today. Welcome Duncan, Juniper, Ambrose, and Alonzo.
Thanks for having us. It's an honor to be on this show to discuss our chase and our data we received from this violent tornado.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem, guys. We all have some questions for you guys that should cover your experiences with the chase, and if we don't, you're more than welcome to add on. So my first question is, what did you expect out of the April 28th chase? I know you certainly didn't expect what happened, but maybe you still expected something to happen.
Yeah, I think it's obvious to all that what happened 2 weeks ago was not anticipated, but it isn't too terribly surprising. Days like that are what we call conditional severe weather days. It's where the right conditions are in play, but uncertainties regarding storm evolution wasn't going to guarantee anything. So we had a feeling we might get a supercell with a strong tornado if things went right, but we certainly couldn't have never seen what happened coming at all.
I agree here. I do a lot more national chasing than the other 3 have done, and this looked like a classic day where you get a significant tornado along the warm front. I've chased days like these before where nothing happens, or something significant does happen. There's never a real in-between. As we know now, there weren't many other tornadoes on April 28th, but had lots of storms farther east into Maryland and Delaware that didn't do much at all.
Thank you guys for that. Have you guys ever experienced something like this before, ever?
The 3 of us here, nope. We've seen a few tornadoes before, but nothing as bad as this. Juniper can explain a bit further.
Thanks, Ambrose. This is our 3rd year of chasing and will be our 1st year being involved in what the chasing community calls a chasecation, which pretty much is going out to the plains, usually for a few weeks to chase severe weather out there. It was going to be the 8 of us, but obviously it's only 4 of us now due to the obvious. We almost canceled, but I think we need to do this for them. They would have wanted us to go out anyway. A little off topic there, but we chased the Annapolis, Maryland EF2 tornado on September 1st, 2021. If you remember that day, the hurricane became post-tropical and spawned an unusual tornado outbreak for the mid-Atlantic.
Didn't that day also have an EF3 tornado that struck Mullica Hill, New Jersey?
Absolutely it was that day. Absolutely it was that day. There was also an EF2 that struck Fort Washington, Pennsylvania. We actually could have been on the Mullica Hill tornado, however. We made sure everyone that was impacted by the Annapolis tornado was okay. No one was injured from that tornado, so I feel like we did our job well there.
Thank you guys for that. Obviously, you guys did that again with the Washington, D.C. tornado, except it was much more severe than the Annapolis tornado, obviously. So how did that go over?
It was certainly frightening and a sobering feeling for sure. The 4 in Vehicle 3 that were killed, as we know now, watched the tornado develop from its early stages into this massive wedge tornado right before they were killed. We did as well on Juniper's drone that we had set up that we almost lost. That footage ended up being incredibly valuable, and we made a ton of money off the footage from that. After we watched the tornado move through the Georgetown area at peak intensity and width, we picked up our equipment and immediately headed over there.
I assume all of you are first aid trained, right?
3 of us are. Alonzo isn't yet, but he was also positioned further east aiming to getting shots of the tornado, so he was out on his own. But the other 3 of us are.
Wonderful. Is that something you consider anyone else out there to get medically trained?
Absolutely. I think it's very important that if anyone can get trained in first aid, you should do it, especially us chasers. We were the most prepared people for situations like this on the scene for a little bit before emergency services came in. We couldn't save everyone, but I think we ended up saving a dozen lives or so that would have been lost if we didn't make it there.
That's incredible here. Thank you for your help. It certainly must have been greatly appreciated.
We helped out for a few hours, even after we found our friends, which was a disturbing enough sight. But it kind of helped us keep distracted from the news in the time being. Emergency services thanked us several times for us and wished more people like us existed. While it certainly was a sobering scene seeing the catastrophic damage and the obvious, it certainly felt good being able to help out so much.
That's great to hear. We appreciate what you did as well, because I think your team seeing the tornado early saved some lives.
No problem. It's one of the points of chasing, which I think some people in the chasing community forgets about sometimes.
I think you make an important point there. Now, you have obviously discussed about this in every interview, article, and podcast you've been on in the past 2 weeks. But recently, your data has been, as you told us, quality controlled and is finalized. So, what are your results?
I can speak on this. Usually this takes a while, but since we're obviously on a limited time here, I'll keep it short. We deployed a total of 5 probes. 3 of them were in the Georgetown area. 1 of them was with us on the Theodore Roosevelt Bridge, and 1 placed by Alonzo near Landover Hills. Our probe on the bridge had a maximum 3-second wind gust reading of 76 miles per hour. These winds, we most likely believe, are a result of the rear flank downdraft, usually where the hook echo of the supercell is. We haven't completed a full analysis yet, but we might have been just on the outer circulation of the tornado. Probe 1 from Georgetown suffered a direct hit, recording a 3-second wind gust maximum of 189 miles per hour, and the pressure dropping to about 865 millibars. The overall maximum wind gust was actually 203 miles per hour, but we used 3-second wind gusts to get an overall better wind reading of the tornado and its damage ability. Probe 2 was also cored and recorded a 3-second wind gust maximum of 157 miles per hour. We believe a subvortex struck the first probe. Meanwhile, the second probe got directly hit by the tornado, but no subvortexes hit it. The third probe was grazed, recording a 3-second wind gust peak of 119 miles per hour. The probe Alonzo deployed just east of Bladensburg was hit by the tornado and recorded a 3-second wind gust maximum of 159 miles per hour as well. While it wasn't as strong, it was still a rather intense tornado. We are still looking into the data, but we submitted it to the National Weather Service to help them understand the strength and winds of this tornado. So we may see some changes soon.
Wow, that's some truly incredible data. We only have a minute left, so real quick, do you think this data can be helpful in estimating tornado intensity in the future, understanding the structure of tornadoes, or anything that could be helpful with us understanding tornadoes in the future?
We've had several people contact us about doing research projects and official papers on the study of this event, and our data for potential future studies, so we are pretty hopeful the data here will give us some understanding. Alonzo actually is planning on going to graduate school when he graduates next year, and wants to research the study of tornado structure, because it's become pretty clear that even with a tornado that is in a wedge state, there's still other vortices in there that produce stronger winds than the main circulation,
causing extensive damage, and have also reported extensive damage in Newville, with homes completely destroyed. Impact. You are in a life or death situation. You could be killed if you are not in an underground or very secure tornado shelter. Complete destruction of entire neighborhoods is likely. Many well-built homes and businesses will be completely swept from their foundations. Mobile homes and outbuildings will be decimated on impact. Debris will block most, if not all, roadways. Mass devastation is almost certain, making areas completely unrecognizable to survivors. This violent tornado will be near Carlisle, Schlosser, Boiling Springs and Carlisle Springs around 10:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. New Kingstown and Schmetzdale around 10:50 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Mechanicsburg, Wurtsville and Hodgetown around 10:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Camp Hill and Shiremanstown around 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Lower Allen, New Cumberland, Enola, Lemoyne, Wormleysburg, Marysville, Duncannon, West Fairview and Rockville around 11:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Harrisburg, Progress, Steelton, Lawton, Pembroke and Paxton around 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Colonial Park, Linglestown, Paxtonia and Rutherford around 11:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Skyline View around 11:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Enders, Ono, Dauphin, Capital City Airport, Halifax, City Island, Hershey Park, Penn State Dickinson School of Law, Harrisburg Area Community College and Penn State College of Medicine. Precautionary preparedness actions. To repeat, a large, violent wedge tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to an underground or very secure tornado shelter. If you can't get to an underground or secure tornado shelter, and it's a last-ditch effort, attempt to drive away from the tornado by going north or south. However, this is heavily advised against unless it is your only chance of surviving. Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. A large, violent wedge tornado is on the ground. Take immediate tornado precautions. This is an emergency situation.
This is an extremely dangerous situation here, folks, as a large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground approaching Carlisle and Harrisburg. The latest scan just came in here, and wow, the radar just speaks for itself here. Radar is picking up so much debris that the velocity couplet and the reflectivity, if you look on it here in our dual panel, it lines up with, you see the velocity couplets and you have these higher area of dBz values. This is what we call a debris ball, which in the case of the circulation lining up with a higher area of dBz in there. And this tornado is heading right for majorly populated areas of Cumberland and Dauphin counties, including the cities of Harrisburg, Carlisle, Mechanicsburg, Good Hope, Hoagiestown, Good Hope, Enola, New Cumberland, Progress, Colonial Park, Paxtonia, and even eventually in the vicinity of Hershey Park in the next 30 to 45 minutes. If you are in any of the areas that I just mentioned, you must seek shelter now. A potentially violent tornado is on the ground approaching these areas, and a tornado of this intensity has never occurred within this area, ever. The strongest tornado we've ever had in this area was an F2, and the most recent one was back in the late 1970s, so most people here weren't even alive for this. This is straight up an historical event for the region, not to mention the numerous other supercells ongoing to the north and west that also had the potential to produce strong to potentially violent tornadoes throughout the night. Reports continue to come out of extensive damage in the Newville area, with numerous homes and businesses